here we go. Miami Heat postseason basketball is officially here. Welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am Nic Rohloff, where we are live for a Heat vs. Bulls play and watch party. It is not the playoffs, but it is the postseason. Win or go home time for the Miami Heat. The Heat win this game. They play on Friday night against the Atlanta Hawks for the right to be the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs against the 1-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. The Heat lose tonight. Well, they'll be waiting until May 12th to see where they'll be picking inside the top 14 as they have potentially multiple first-round picks. We'll be here live for play-by-play commentary analysis of tonight's game. We'll make it a party as well, a full 30-minute pregame show for the Miami Heat against the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls beat Miami all 3 times they played in the regular season. Are the Heat going to be able to snap that streak by Chicago? Or is it going to be a clean sweep of a year for Chicago against Miami, and the Heat are in Cancun before the playoffs get underway? We'll break it all down on today's show. Appreciate the 54 people in the building hanging out with us. As always, shout out your city for me down in the comment section. Let me know where the real ones are watching from. Get down and let me know on today's show. Boston Bob's in the building. What's up, Boston Bob? Hopefully you're doing all good. Simply's in the building. It's all right, you can't stay so long. Ty Man's always in Ohio. Simply's in NOLA. William is in Cleveland. Tyson's in Miami. Catslayer's in Boca Raton. Chill Guy's in Miami. George is in Virginia. Ryan's in Tampa. Dylan's in Miami. Arnav is in Dallas, Texas. Ashton's in Buffalo, New York. It will be a fascinating game here tonight between Miami and Chicago. The Bulls are 1.5-point favorites. The over-under is 220.5. So Miami is under the belief from Vegas that they are underdogs. I will say this, though. That's probably just because they're on the road. If this game was, let's say, in the bubble on a neutral court, it feels like it would be a pick'em or Miami would be slightly favored. But either way, Zanmi is watching from Haiti. That's pretty dope. CJ says, we're talking Dolphins. We're not talking Dolphins during this show. We're doing Heat stuff only. William says, I want to see the Magic destroy the Celtics. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd be happy about that. Do I think that's going to happen? No, probably not. 252 Lingo says, same results, Heat culture. Mid says, I'm rooting for the Bulls to win so Miami can secure their pick. Listen, we'll have full discussion in our pregame show on what we want the Heat to do in terms of winning or losing this game. I understand both sides. If you've been watching the channel for the past month, you would know how I feel on the situation. We can talk about it here on today's show. But before we get into our full pregame between Heat and Bulls, I do got to show some love. Today's sponsor on the show is actually Game Time, the official ticketing partner of the Heat Report by Chat Sports. And although this game is not in Miami, if you wanted to go see the Heat play in the NBA playoffs, if they made it, Game Time is how you get those tickets. So many great deals and abilities there to make sure you're getting the lowest price guaranteed. They make tickets so easy and so fast to get, even for hard-to-get playoff seats. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer the game gets to tip-off. Last-minute deals save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy show, theaters, whole 9 yards. All-in pricing, toggling that feature shows you the total price of your ticket up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Get a full panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy, and there is that lowest price guaranteed from Game Time, or they will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Appreciate Game Time for sponsoring today's live show. Big game here. Appreciate Game Time for making that possible. If you wanted to go to this game, well, Game Time is the best way to get those tickets. Who you got? Let me know down in the comment section who you guys think wins this ball game. Will it be the Miami Heat? If so, type MIA. If you think it's the Chicago Bulls, type those CHIs down in the comment section. Let me know how the chat is feeling today. And then we'll talk about what Miami should do and keys to victory as well, as we're about 36 minutes away from getting tipped off in Chicago. God, I hate ESPN tips. I do. I really, really do. Gary Cooper's got Miami. Arnav's got Chicago. Sulan's got Miami. Apachito says CHI, going with the Bulls. Mike Frank is going with Miami. Williams going with the Heat. Could be interesting. Listen, I'll talk about this game and give my official prediction here in just a second. Apachito, I'm sorry. I mean, listen, if you typed it in the chat, I'm going to say it out loud. I don't think anybody should be ashamed if you are rooting for the Heat to lose. I don't think you should be ashamed if you're rooting for the Heat to win. It's just that simple. Either way, I'm not going to complain if you're going either way. Because to me, both sides are vindicated, and it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense either way. CJ's going with Miami. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gary. You can root for whatever outcome you want, but as long as you are a true fan of the Miami Heat, listen, making the playoffs is a short-sighted fandom thing, I think, in my opinion. Like, you should always want to make the playoffs, but if you are someone that wants the Heat to win the NBA Finals in the next 3 to 5 years, I personally do think the Heat would better or be closer to that goal if they ended up losing today's game. Heat's starting lineup was just announced. No surprises. Tyler Herro, Alec Burks, Andrew Wiggins, Kel'el Ware, and Bam Adebayo. Those are the 5 starters for Miami. That was what I projected Miami to do, but you never knew. Nikola Jovic, who was questionable for this game, was ruled out just 4 hours ago. Pelle Larsson is good to go. He is active. Kevin Love is out. So no Nikola Jovic, no Kevin Love. Pelle Larsson is active. We'll see if he ultimately gets in to the rotation today. I don't know if Miami will play Larsson. Should they? Honestly, I say yes, but we'll see. Today's Super Chat menu, listen, this could be the last live stream of the year, folks. Yeah, if the Heat lose today, I don't think we'll be live until June before the NBA draft. Maybe we'll get a couple weekly live shows in there, but that wouldn't come until June probably either. So this could be the last live show we're hanging out together until June for sure. So let's take advantage. Let's party. Let's enjoy each other's company since this is potentially the last time we're hanging out here. I guess we'll be live for the lottery if the Heat miss. If the Heat make the playoffs, we won't be live for the lottery because, well, the Heat don't have a lottery pick. But if we're in the lottery, we'll be live, so that would be the next time. That'd be the next time. So, yeah, if you enjoy the live shows, we did 60-plus watch parties this year. It's been a blast hanging out for a second full season here on the channel. Let's party. Spin the wheel. We have a bunch of goodies for a $10 Super Chat. $20 gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. Could be your last chance to get into the Hall of Fame, folks. There's still some spots available on the Heat Report Hall of Fame. And if we get a $50 Super Chat, I'm chugging a beer, doing a beer bong. I got the Happy Dads on deck. It's postseason basketball time. How fun is that going to be? And listen, folks, we're also playing the Bulls. We have a Chicago Bulls channel here at Chat Sports. My guy, Patrick Seatman, funny enough, my roommate, I live with Patrick Seatman. He hosts the Bulls Report. He's a diehard Bulls fan. We're battling it out here on our Super Chat battle today. Each team has yet to have a Super Chat so far. Can we take an early lead over the Bulls channel? We'll keep in touch with them. If we beat them, whatever happens on the court, we'll always have this. We'll always have this. We'll always have this. So, hey, Super Chat, let's take down the Bulls Report. Let's party. Let's enjoy potentially what could be the last stream of the season. But also hit that thumbs up icon. We should be getting 100 likes before we tip off tonight. Right now, we got 100 people watching, only 22 likes. Make sure you hit that thumbs up icon. It helps me out quite a bit here, folks. If you're ready for the game, if you're excited for the game, listen, I've been very much up and down on the Miami Heat this season. There's no debate about that. But I'm excited for tonight. I am. It either is the final game of the season or we see the Heat stave off elimination in a postseason game. Like, even if you want the Heat to lose, I am excited for the game. I am excited. I am always excited. So, it'll be fun, man. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get that like number up. Let's get to 50 likes here ASAP. 50 likes ASAP. Come on. 50 likes ASAP. Help me out. We're at 29. We had over 115 people watching. Take 1 second. If you can't super chat and party it up with us, that's fine. But to help the channel and appreciate us for going live, liking, commenting, subscribing is the best way to do that. We only have 30 likes. We're not going to move on with the live show until we get to 50 because we have over 120 people watching, so getting to 50 should be super, super easy. We're 18 away. Come on, let's get to 50 likes, and then we'll move on. I won't bother you for a little bit if we get to 50 likes. Help me out. We're at 35. We're 15 away. It amazes me that more people don't hit the like button. I don't know. Maybe Justin, maybe you could tell me if you're different as we welcome on Justin today, who is producing the show with us. When I go into live shows as a YouTube viewer, I like the video right away. Maybe it's just a common courtesy. I know the business, but I think it's just very nice. If you enjoy what you're watching, hit the thumbs up icon.
Why else do you tune in if you don't like it?
That's what I'm saying, Justin. Why tune it in if you don't like it? It doesn't make any sense to me. We're 6 likes away from 50. Come on. Hit that like button. Once we get to 50 likes, we'll talk a little bit about this game as we got 28 minutes till tip-off. Yeah, Appuccino knows. That's why he's a real one. That's why he's a real one. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon as we welcome in Justin. We're 4 likes away from 50, where we'll talk about this game. But as you know, Justin, I think you were with us for at least one of these streams. If not, lucky you. The Heat are 0-3 against the Bulls this year. 0-3. The Bulls are not that good of a team. We're 1 like away. Does that change today, Justin? Maybe you don't have to give your pick. And listen, you know how I feel, Justin. You also know my score prediction, which we'll get into in a little bit. Do you think the Heat win the game today, yes or no? Not what you want, what you think.
I'm going to go yes. 4 times in a row, pretty tough to do.
And listen, I always say it's hard to beat a good team 3 times. It's hard to beat a team 4 times. It's hard to beat a good team anyway. I'll say this. The Heat are not good. The Bulls are not good. It's hard to beat any team 4 times in a season. That's pretty hard to do. That's why when sweeps happen in the playoffs, to me it's just impressive dominance because even if you're in the playoffs, even if the Heat make the playoffs, I expect them to win 1 game. If they make the playoffs and play the Cavs in the 1-8, will I pick the Heat to win? No, I will not because the Cavs are a much better team at literally everything. But I would expect Miami to steal 1 game at home and make it a 5-game series.
And the advantage that you have over the Bulls, a lot of playoff pedigree. Herro, Bam, Duncan Robinson, Andrew Wiggins. Bulls, just Josh Giddey.
Yeah, who does have playoff experience for this team? Vucevic has been in the series, I guess. But no more DeRozan, no more Levine. Herter's got playoff experience.
Oh, yeah, with the Hawks, yeah. Well, he got playing experience, too.
And with the Kings. Everybody has playing experience besides the rookies because the entire Bulls team, they've been in the play in the last 2 years. So if you've been on the Bulls over the last 2 seasons, you know what it's like to be in these moments. Everybody on Miami outside the rookies does. Kyle Anderson's been in the series. Burks has. Literally everyone. So do the Heat have the experience advantage? Yes. Do they have the talent advantage? I say yes. That's why it's amazing to me that the Bulls have beat them 3 times. It might just be a mismatch in terms of stylistic play. Because if you go roster to roster, even with no Jimmy Butler and the Heat playing poorly, you would still say in a vacuum they have the better coach and they have the better roster. So why are the Bulls 3-0 against them? I think it's just style of play. Plus, you've had no answer for Josh Giddey, which is going to take us into our first key to victory. Listen, I don't know if I want the Heat to win. Actually, I'll tell you right now, I don't want the Heat to win. Will I root for them to win? Maybe. But I don't think they'll win. And if you do want them to win, you should root for the Heat to win the three-point battle. Ready for this statistic? We talked about it early, but if you didn't miss our show, the Bulls score 39.3% of their points from beyond the arc. They shoot 36.9% from three. That is the fourth highest rate of points from beyond the arc and ninth best shooting percentage in the NBA. But they also are an elite defensive team at the three-point line. They allow opponents just to shoot 34.5% from three. That is the second best defensive metric in the NBA. So they are elite at getting threes up and scoring them, but they're also elite at defending them. On the flip side, Miami, they get they're 10th in the NBA in their points via three at 37.2%. But as a team, they shoot 36.8%, only 0.1 behind Chicago. That ranks 13th in the NBA. So the Heat are a good three-point shooting team, but the interesting part is Chicago's slightly better, and they're also really better defensively defending the three. So whoever wins the three-point battle tonight is likely going to win the game. You also cannot turn the ball over if you want the Heat to win. The Heat average 13.6 turnovers per game. It's actually the ninth best metric in the NBA. So they actually are a top 10 teams in terms of not turning the ball over. But the Chicago Bulls are fantastic in transition. They average 15.7 fast break points a game. That's the fourth most points per game in fast break opportunities in the NBA. But the funny part is about that number from Chicago is that they only force as a team 12.6 turnovers a game. That is third worst in the NBA, ranking 28th. So the Bulls get out in transition at the fourth best mark in the NBA, but they do it by outlet passes, quick inbounds after a made bucket. They don't turn you over. So if you turn the ball over against Chicago, you're setting yourself up for massive failure because they're already going to get out in transition with a quick pace off misses and makes. So if you give them opportunities with turnovers, they're just going to kill you in that metric and put you to sleep. So the first two things Miami should have to do today if they want to win is win the three-point battle because Chicago has the advantage in that mark, and you simply cannot turn it over. I know it's two things that can be said for almost every single game, but in this particular matchup, the Heat have to take care of the ball and have to win the three-point battle against the Chicago Bulls. Two more keys to victory coming up in just a second, but I want to know your biggest key to victory. If the Heat are ultimately victorious at the end of the night and are playing on Friday evening against the Atlanta Hawks for the right to be the 8th seed, what are the Heat having to do? What does the Heat have to do? What is your biggest key to victory? Sports Channel, please don't spam that. Don't spam in general, but do not tear down our other host here at the Chat Sports, especially one who is very, very good. Shout out Patrick Seaman. But we are battling the Bulls report in our Super Chat battle. It's 0-0. So who's going to put us in front early? Also, I would message Dylan just to keep track. Oh, he already did? Okay. No, I didn't. So if you just want to message him and say, hey, just keep me updated on your Super Chats today. And we'll do the same, a little battle action. JJ's saying Bam has to be aggressive. Tyson's saying Bam has to guard Josh Giddey. Arnav also says defense. Jordan says Bam and Tyler need to be leading scorers for the Heat. Tyler's got to take care of the ball. Raziel says Ware can't get bullied tonight against Vucevic inside. Perk is saying the Heat have to rebound. All good keys to victory. My first two is winning the three-point battle and taking care of the basketball, as we are still 20 minutes away from tip-off. Mike believes the Heat are going to win this game. Listen, I got to be honest, I kind of do too. Yeah, my official score prediction might say otherwise, but there's something in my gut that just tells me the Heat are winning. Thank you, Sports Channel. Listen, we want to have everybody hanging out and have a good time. And spamming just randomly does not allow people to have a good time all the time. When we ask you to spam, you can spam. But when randomly doing it, no fun. No fun. Hurricane says push the pace. Bulls got a slow team. Hurricanes fan, I hate to tell you this, but you're wrong. The Bulls have the fourth most points in fast break opportunities a game. They get out and push quick. They play at a pretty quick pace. I believe so says, what's the song in the background? Just some background noise. You hardly notice it's there until we go silent. That's the only time anyone ever notices it. So I'm shocked you picked up on it because I don't think we've gone silent. Justin, before we get to the next graphic, you know my biggest four keys to victory. If the Heat were to win this game, what is the number reason why the Heat win this game, Justin, in your opinion?
I would say they limit the turnovers.
Limiting the turnovers.
Because if they're doing that, that means Tyler Herro is more than likely playing well. And when Tyler Herro plays well, we all know the Heat do well.
Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise that when your best players do well, your team does better. But when Bam is aggressive scoring and playing his top-notch defense he always does, the Heat do win basketball games. And it's not even when Tyler Herro goes nuclear offensively. To me, the Heat are playing their best ball when Herro actually is playing smart basketball. Herro scores 40. I don't think it's a guarantee to win because he goes for 40, because it might take 30 shots, and he might turn the ball over 6 or 7 times. But if Herro gives you 23, 24 points on 14, 15 shots, because he got to the line, hit a couple threes, and only turns it over 1 or 2 times in the whole game, and has 6 or 7 assists, like I'd rather see Tyler average 23 and 7 with only turning it over twice than seeing him average 30 on 24 shots. That's my thought. Efficient, better basketball.
And I feel like when he's facilitating the offense, that's when they're at their best. Everyone gets involved.
And when we've seen the Heat offense at its best, you've seen Herro decisive, patient, not forcing anything. When he is not forcing his shot and just taking what the defense gives him, whether it's a floater in a pick and roll as the ball handler, a open three, a mid-range pull-up, that's when Herro's at his best. Do not force anything, Tyler. That's another big key to victory. We also got the first super chat of the day. Shout out to my guy, Braden Close. If the Heat got pushed out of the lottery, is this the... I think this is a different $5. You might have got here by it moving on us. Because the one in the live chat has a different text. Yeah, there it is. I have a parlay on Herro 25 points, Ware 15 points, Davion 10 plus points, Herro 6 assists, and the Heat to win. 50 pays out 1,700. Thoughts, my guy. Well, I'll say this, Braden. If Herro scores 25, Ware scores 15. So if Herro gives you 25 and 6, Ware gives you 15, and Davion scores 10 off the bench, I would assume in that scenario, Miami does get the win. Would you not, Justin?
That seems like the winning formula to me.
So if the Heat get the player statistics right, I think you'll get the win. The one that gives me the most cause for concern is Kel'el Ware 15 points. I actually think Davion and Herro, I think Herro will go 25 and 6, and I think Davion will get 10 points. I just don't know if Kel'el grabs you 15. Ware will either give you 20. It feels like Kel'el Ware over the last month will either give you 18 or like 8 points. There's no in between.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting 16, so to speak, if he gets there.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, 15 minutes until tip-off. We got 245 people watching. Continue with that like button. Look, we're trying to get to 100 likes before tip-off. We should be able to get there. Next key to victory for Miami. Bam Adebayo has to defend Josh Giddey. And my guy Tyson Bryant actually believes this is the case as well. He might have watched our preview that I put out on Monday afternoon. But I think this is a must because when you look at what has happened between the Heat and Bulls the first 3 times they played, Josh Giddey against the Heat averaged 26 points, 10.3 rebounds, 10 assists while shooting 58% from the field and above 50% from 3. Josh Giddey has looked like an MVP caliber player in the 3 games against Miami. And to me, the reason why Giddey has looked so good is that he's getting out in transition. The Heat are daring him to shoot from beyond the arc, and they're also defending him with a Herro, with a Duncan Robinson, with an Alec Burks. And Giddey is taking advantage of the height difference inside getting towards the rim. So to me, if you want to shut Giddey down and say, all right, young fella, you've had your regular season success against us, but it ain't happening anymore, I think you put your best defender on him. So if I'm starting off the game, I'm putting Kel'el Ware on Nikola Vucevic. I'm putting Andrew Wiggins on Matas Buzelis. I'm putting Tyler Herro on Coby White and Alec Burks on Kevin Huerter and Bam Adebayo on Josh Giddey. That's what I would do in the starting group. If you wanted to put Andrew Wiggins on Coby White, Herro on Huerter, and Burks on Buzelis, and then Bam on Giddey, that works for me too. But I think Adebayo has to shut Giddey down. But I do want to give Giddey some flowers because it's not just Miami, Justin. In the 19 games after the All-Star break, Josh Giddey is averaging 21 points, 10.7 rebounds, 9.3 assists while shooting 50% from the field and 45% from 3. So yes, he has killed Miami nonstop, but he has also been a All-NBA, All-Star level player since the All-Star break in that 20-game sample size. So you got to give Giddey some credit for closing the season strong. It's the reason why Chicago ended up passing Miami in the standings.
I mean, you heard me when you told me his 3-point percentage. I was shocked.
Stunned! Because he got played off the floor last year in the playoffs for the Thunder because he couldn't shoot the ball. Now, you can't leave him open. Unbelievable. All right, the last key to victory here for Miami is we're 12 and a half minutes till tip-off. You have to get ahead and stay ahead. Miami against Chicago this year has blown double-digit leads in 2 of the 3 games. The first game of the year, Miami led by double digits at one point and then blew a 9-point lead that started the fourth quarter. In game 2, the Heat were leading by 11 going into the fourth quarter, and they lost the game. Against the Bulls a week and a half ago on April 9th, actually 1 week ago, the Heat led by 11 in the first quarter and ultimately lost. So if you are going to defeat the Bulls today, I think you have to get on them early and don't let them come back. Because if you get it to a close game late, you're probably going to lose. Especially when you look at the fact that Miami in clutch games, which is 5-point game with under 5 to go at any point, has a 33.3% win percentage. That's 3rd worst in the NBA, 28th overall. The Bulls in clutch game situations have a 50% win percentage. That's 16th in the NBA. So they are a better team in the clutch finishing games. So if you avoid the clutch, well, you're probably going to be in a good spot. All right, those are my 4 keys to victories with explanations on each one of them. As we're 11 minutes to go until we're tipping it off in Chicago, predict the score for me. Let me know who you got winning and what is the score going to be. I didn't see what he was spamming because I had a different doc pulled up. Doesn't sound like it was good. But what's the score prediction going to be, folks? What's the score prediction going to be? 98-96 Bulls from ALX. 115-110 Bulls. I'm going to give you my score prediction in 1 second. 120-119 Bulls, or Miami wins 120-119. We got Mike Breen, Doris Burke, and Richard Jefferson on the mic. Mute. That's why you hang out with us. We'll give you a way better game broadcast than them. Mike Breen, One of the best to do it. Personally, I like Kevin Harlan better, but that's just me. But boy, I can't stand listening to Doris Burke and Richard Jefferson on the call. I think they're horrible.
I feel like most color commentators are bad these days. So
I don't mind Reggie Miller. He's entertaining. Doris Burke loves the Sixers too much. Richard Jefferson's just there to get jokes off. Like, I don't know.
Hey, we need Van Gundy and Mark
bring
Jackson
them back. I'll take. Listen, you could say everything you want about him, but Mark Jackson and Van Gundy were entertaining. They were. That was an elite broadcast crew. Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, and Mike Breen. Now it's just garbage.
I saw a tweet the other day, and it was like Cavs, Celtics, Eastern Conference Finals in 2018. And it was like, back when the ESPN broadcast had aura. I'm like, that was like 7 years ago. Let's relax, guys.
Long time. I think it's pretty split between who's going to win between Miami and Chicago. My score prediction is not in the favor of the Heat. I said it. The Heat are 0-3 against the Bulls. I think the Bulls make it 0-4. I got them winning 112-107. I labeled all of those keys to victory for Miami. Winning the three-point battle, not turning the ball over, putting Bam on Giddey, getting ahead and staying ahead. Unfortunately, I've just seen the Heat play too many games. And especially ever since Jimmy Butler got traded, the Heat can't keep a lead to save their lives. They can't. I think the Bulls are a better three-point shooting team as well. Like, maybe if Alec Burks or Duncan Robinson get hot, yeah, maybe the Heat can win the three-point battle. But I don't know, man. Ever since the Jimmy Butler trade, the Heat are 12-21. Ever since the Bulls traded away Zach LaVine, they're 21-14. So they just play better together. On paper, I think the Heat have the better roster, and they have the better head coach. I think it's just a mismatch for Miami in this game, as they've not had an answer for these Bulls all year long. The only thing going for Miami is experience. They've been in more playoff series as a team. They've been in more play-in games as a team. I'll also say this. You want to say the Bulls are 0-3 against Miami, or 3-0 against Miami this year? They're also 0-2 against the Heat in the play-in. The Heat and Bulls have played each other in the play-in. This is the third straight year. They played last year in an elimination game. They played the year before in an elimination game. Heat got the better of the Bulls at home both times. I think the Bulls repay the favor and take care of business on home court. I think they do. All right, 4.5. Or I don't know what I was saying there. 7.5 minutes until tip-off. Here is our Super Chat menu. Once again, I was going to say 450 people watching. Shout out to everybody here for our pregame portion. If you'd like to help donate to the channel and make this a party atmosphere, donating is the best way to do it. We're also battling the Bulls Report, a Bulls YouTube channel at Chat Sports. Right now, we're winning the Super Chat battle 5-0 thanks to Braden. Is anyone going to extend our lead before tip-off? It would be greatly appreciated. You saw our Super Chat menu. $10 Super Chat will spin our wheel. It's got a bunch of goodies on it. $20 gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. You get immortalized as a Heat Hall of Famer on the Heat Report 2024-25 ball. And a $50 Super Chat. Yeah, I'm doing a beer bong right here. I got the lemon lime flavor today. I'll chug a beer for a $50 Super Chat. But with 6.5 to go, hit that like button. Come on. We got 500 people watching, yet only 93 likes. Guys, we just talked about the Super Chat menu. If no one can Super Chat, that's understandable. But at least help us out by hitting that thumbs up icon, commenting, and subscribing. We should be at triple-digit likes, no questions asked. No questions asked. Come on, let's get that like number up. Let's get that like number up. Can't have this, man. Can't have this. Who do I got scoring first basket? You know what, Justin? Give me Andrew Wiggins first basket. I think the Heat win the tip. I think Ware beats Vucevic on the tip. And I think first set, they get Wiggins a mid-post touch. And he's going to little turnaround right hook in the mid-paint. Little 8-foot hook shot for Wiggins on a mismatch against either Giddey, Coby White, or Herro. And he'll put it in. I'm going Andrew Wiggins first basket.
Who typically gets the first play called for the most part.
It does. It low-key is Wiggins. It's either Wiggins or Bam. The Heat on their opening possession, if they win the tip, always try to get a post touch off rep. It's always Bam in the mid post or Wiggins in the mid post. So I think it's going to be Wiggins. I'm going Wiggins first basket. We did get over 100 likes. Appreciate y'all. All right, with 5 minutes to go, I do want to ask this question before we tip off. If no super chats are coming in, that's fine. I want to get some talk with the chat. Do you want the Heat to win? If you are a Miami Heat fan, which I am a Miami Heat fan, I assume most of the people in the chat are as well. We know Justin is not, but he doesn't mind rooting for the Heat in the Eastern Conference because he's a LeBron guy, so he respects what we were able to do for LeBron's career. And he's rooting for the Lakers in the West. But do you want the Heat to win? I think it's about, based off what I've seen on YouTube and on Twitter, I would say 65% of Heat fans, 65% of Heat fans want Miami to lose to get the 2 lottery picks. I think 65%. I am in the 65%. I want the Heat to lose. Dog Squad says no. Frank says yes. Dog Squad still saying no. Kane says he doesn't know. Miguel saying yes. Time Man says no. 2 days info no. Pinecone says yes. Macmon says real fans want the Heat to win. They understand how the picks actually work. If you do know how they work, then I don't know what you're talking about. Macmon also, I think, just lives to say whatever the opposite of what I say is. Perk says hell yes. Poochie says yawn. William says no. Brad says love Heat but want the picks. What happens to the pick if we make the playoffs? We don't have it. We don't get a lottery pick if we make the playoffs. We'll only have that Warriors pick at 18, 19, or 20. It's top 14 protected. Julian just says hi. All right, $5 super chat from Eric. Appreciate that. Thanks for the jacket compliment. I haven't worn a Heat article of clothing since the 10-game losing streak. I said I'm not doing it until we get to the postseason where it's do or die time for Miami. That's when we bring out the Heat gear back. Eric says the only thing I want the Heat to beat the Bulls in is the super chat battle. Fears to Miami. Boy, would we be jumping for joy on draft night if Jeremiah Fears was a Miami Heatle. We'd have to be in the lottery, and we might have to move up in the draft to get him because I think Fears will be a top 10 pick. I agree, Eric. But the bad news, Eric, is that we are no longer winning the super chat battle. They got a $20 super chat on Bulls. Bulls got a $20 super chat. Appreciate Eric and Braden. We're at 10. We're losing. Listen, there's one thing to want to lose or to lose on the court. Justin, I would be in disarray if we lost the super chat battle. Listen, guys, this is the second live show the Bulls channel has done all year long. I'm being serious. They did 2 watch parties. They did a watch party last Tuesday and a watch party today. They don't go live for games. We went live for 60-plus games. If we lose in a super chat battle to a channel that has half the subscribers of us and doesn't go live, I don't think I could show my face again. That's embarrassing. They have 11,000 subscribers. We got 20,000 and change. And we go live for 60 games. They go live for 2. We can't lose the super chat battle. We just simply can't do it. We're down by 10. But with a minute and change to go until tip-off, spam me if you're ready for the game. If you're ready for the game, Heat Bulls, let me know. Type those me's in the chat. Here we go. We're about to get underway in Chicago. We're giving shout-outs for the people spamming me. Frank, Perk, Dog Squad, Boy Wonder, Dylan, Kane Angel, Gucci, Ty Man, Miguel, William, Benign, Dog Squad, Joppy, Schmidt, Julian, Jay the Fox, FN, George, Damon, Miguel, Random Guy, Sulan, Raphael, Keep on spamming those me's if you're ready for the game. We got probably an extra 30 seconds after this timer expires. I think we were a minute ahead of ESPN. You never know when they start games over there. That's why they're a fraudulent network. Malachi, Mackey, Natty, Philly, all spamming those me's. Edgar, count up. Dane Haywood. We haven't seen Dane Haywood in a while. Dane, one of the OGs at the channel, who used to show up and be in almost every line stream. Dane, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. The game squad's in the building. What's up? Jordan's ready. UD Gaming Channel is ready. Malvo's ready. We got good audience early. 700 people watching, and we're about to tip off. Bulls, Heat, play-in. Bulls 3-0 against Miami this season. The Heat have beat the Bulls in the NBA play-in each of the last 2 seasons. Which streak comes to an end? Miami or Chicago? Malvo, Zion, Josh, Tyson, Mike, Jose, all in the building, ready to go. This game is in Chicago. I believe Miami is wearing their black unis. Chicago is wearing their white unis. Starting lineup for our Miami Heat, the same that it's been over the last couple of weeks when fully healthy. Tyler Herro, Alec Burks, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and then the rookie Kel'el Ware. Chicago going with their all-white lineup. Coby White, Kevin Herter, Matas Buzelis, Nikola Vucevic, and the guy who's been giving us problems all year long, Josh Giddey. He's been giving us issues all year long, folks. Coby White, yeah, the all-white lineup. A couple Europeans, and actually 2 Europeans. Matas played, I lied, on the jersey color. Chicago's wearing black unis, so I think Miami is wearing their white unis. Standard white unis, by the way. First time we've seen the standard white unis since, I think, November, because they brought back the Vice jerseys, and those replaced the standard white jerseys. So this is the first time we've seen our standard white unis since like November, December. How crazy is that?
What happened to the home team just wearing white?
I agree. Well, the home team just chooses, I guess. Here comes the tip. The tip is won by Miami. So the Heat will start with the ball as I projected and predicted. Herro's got it left wing. He hands it off to Wiggins. Wiggins, guarded by Giddey, gets downhill to the rim. Stripped out of bounds. It will stay with Miami on the baseline with 10 seconds on the shot clock. I saw it. I knew Andrew Wiggins was getting first touch and first opportunity if we won the tip. Just did not get the shot up. Burks to inbound. Now they'll get it to Wiggins. Wiggins in the corner. Gets a screen from Ware. Sends it out to Herro. 5 on the shot clock. Herro driving left on Giddey. Has a step to the rim. Misses the layup. But Kel'el Ware is there for the offensive rebound and putback. So the Heat get off to a 2-0 start. So 2-0 Miami early. I knew the Heat were always scoring on the first possession too. It just was off of a Kel'el Ware putback. Coby White swings it to Kevin Herter. He drives, loses the handle, but regathers. Swings it to Giddey, but Herro reads it and tips it out of bounds. The Bulls only have 4.5 seconds left on the shot clock. So a good first possession defensively for Miami. Bam is defending Giddey, by the way. Giddey drives, kicks, Herter left wing 3. Too strong, and Andrew Wiggins grabs the rebound. So I was right about the Heat starting with Bam on Giddey. Alec Burks, left wing, the veteran drives, running floater is good, and the Heat start off hot with a stop and 2 easy buckets, 4-0. Heat have to get back on defense as the Bulls love pushing the pace even off makes. Coby White driving, Euro stepping on Wiggins, and one. That was a tough bucket by Coby White. I believe they're going to whistle Andrew Wiggins for the foul. So my projected matchups kind of hold form. Bam on Giddey, Ware on Vucevic, Wiggins on White, Burks on Buzelis, Herro on Herter. But once Davion Mitchell checks in, you know he will be on Coby White. White finishes the three-point opportunity to cut the Heat's lead to 1. Herro back the other way. Euro step layup. Wow, what a move by Herro. Just knocking off Buzelis for the easy layup. Herro's first basket. 6-3 Miami. Giddey driving, spinning, right hook shot. Too strong. Gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. He has to win the battle on the glass. Edwards says we're not synced with stats. Yeah, we know. We might have to put the stats away because it's ahead. Bam inside with a slam. Great feed by Herro to the cutting Adebayo for the easy dunk. Bam's on the board for the first time tonight. Giddey drives inside. Floater, no good. Ware with the defense and the board. Up ahead to Adebayo. Bam pushing the pace. Drops it to the corner for Wiggins. Wiggins backing down. Kicks it out to Herro. Herro drives. Gets inside. Room service. Left-handed layup for Tyler Herro. And it's going to force an early timeout by the Chicago Bulls. Heat leading 10-5, 2 minutes into the game. Bulls need a timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. They need a TO. Spam those fireball emojis. They need a TO. MacMon says, I thought Bam was supposed to guard Giddey. He is. Yeah, also, don't go back to the live stats because I did notice that it's fully ahead. So, even though we're on DirecTV, we're not even streaming. ESPN is ahead of the DirecTV package, unfortunately. I know. Let's get the chat on fire. The Heat are coming on hot. The Heat, in this game, has made 5 of their first 6 shots, Justin. And the one miss that they had, Andrew Wiggins. So actually, ESPN statistics are wrong, too. They have Herro credited for 6 points. He missed the layup that Ware put one back up and in. I don't know why they credited Herro for a bucket when it was Kel'el Ware. But so Herro's got 4, not 6. Monty hot, George hot, Game Squad hot, VPX, Apachito, Dane Haywood, MacMon, Boy Wonder. Get the chat on fire. Come on, spam those fireball emojis. Spam those fireball emojis, baby. Heat up 10-5 early. Ryan McSpadden's in the building. What's up, McSpadden? Knicks Pacers. Knicks Pistons. Wrong P team. Oh, they're saying that the putback for Ware actually didn't count because Buzelis goaltended it. So that's why Herro's got 6 points on 3 of 3 shooting. All right. I guess that makes sense a little bit. I think Thibodeau might be gone, McSpadden, regardless of what happens. Unless the Knicks make it to the conference finals. I think he's gone. Tonight's Super Chat menu. We're losing our Super Chat battle against the Bulls, a channel that has only gone live for 2 games all year. Kind of embarrassing if you ask me. We have way more people subscribed to the channel, about a 9,000, 10,000 subscriber difference. We go live for 60-plus games. They do 2, and we're losing our Super Chat battle 20-10. Tough life to live, Justin. It's a tough life to live over here. Put our heart on the line all year, and all them we get smoked by the Bulls report in our Super Chat battle. Woo! Wow. No one cares, but St. Bonaventure, one of our lead guards from last year, transferred to Kansas, Melvin Council. That's a bad look for the Jayhawks. That one of their prize transfers is a St. Bonaventure Bonnie. All right, we're back in action, 10-5. The Heat leave Josh Giddey open. who shoots 50% from three against the Heat this year, but he misses that one. Wiggins the other way. Step back mid-range shot for Wiggins doesn't go. Rebound grabbed by Vucevic. Outlet to Giddey. Here comes Giddey. He gets it around the perimeter to Herro. Herro played well last time Miami and Chicago played. Had 20 points, but turns it over here. He'd have numbers. 4-on-3. Burks driving, kicking. It's a Wiggins corner three wide open, and he buries it. And the Heat have an early 8-point lead just 3 minutes into this game. Modest Buzelis swings it over to Giddey. Giddey gets the pick and roll with Vucevic. He's probing, drops it inside, but he couldn't handle the ball and kicks it out to Herro. What are the Heat doing leaving Coby White open for three, but he can't make him pay, comes up short. Rebound down to Ware. He outlets it up to Adebayo. Adebayo hands it off to Burks, who has been the starting two guard for the Heat over the last month of the season, playing well. 10 on the shot clock. Herro gets a screen from Bam. Working in the pick and roll. Herro inside, finger roll layup, good. And Herro's got a quick 8 points on 4-4 shooting, all inside. Quick three the other way. Coby White won't miss another one. That snapped a 9-0 streak by Miami to cut the lead for the Heat 15-8. 4 minutes into this game, Adebayo faces up on Vucevic. Back cut Wiggins, up and under layup, too easy. Bulls defense not very good. Bulls quickly the other way. Foul inside. Is that going to be an and one goaltend for Josh Giddey? Ware got a piece of the ball, but it could have been a little bit too late. Let's watch the replay here. First, they're going to showcase Herro exercising his patience and all-star ability inside. Not going to show the replay. Giddey at the line for two. Makes the first, so no goaltend on Kel'el Ware. Giddey makes both free throws, 17-10 Heat lead. High-octane start for the Heat offense. We'll see if they can continue this. They got out to early leads against the Bulls each of the 3 times they played. Well, Wiggins, give and go with Kel'el Ware, will net another easy bucket inside. There's absolutely no rim protection for the Bulls in this game. You knew Vucevic isn't the best defender, but boy, oh boy, are the Heat just dominating the paint right now. 19-10 game. The Heat are shooting 9 of 11 from the field. Giddey, floater, can't get the friendly roll. Adebayo with the rebound. Oh! The goal is here! We'll showcase that here in a second. But chaos on offense. Balls loose everywhere. There will be a foul on the Bulls. I think that's a foul on Chicago. Yes, it will be. So the Heat will retain possession, leading 19-10 with 7 minutes to go. We'll get to this major bomb here in a second. But Adebayo has it top of the key. He gets it inside the Wiggins. Bad pass, but Wiggins picks up off the ground. Wiggins working on Giddey, driving, spinning, kicking. Adebayo for 3. Too strong there, and Giddey grabs the board. And then a foul will be called on Miami reaching in. Adebayo has been shooting 43.5% from 3 over the last 34 games. And that's on 3.5 attempts a night. So Adebayo's become a much capable three-point shooter, especially when he's left open. 6:50 to go in the first quarter. We'll see the first substitutions of the game for Miami as Kel'el Ware will head to the bench. Davion Mitchell will check in for the Heat. Haywood Highsmith will be in as well. Let's get the GOAT on screen. Let's get the GOAT on screen. Because Jesus Batista, the GOAT, the legend, any superlative you want to say. All that I know is that he is them. $200 Super Chat! What a guy! Jesus Batista! Whoa! I remember last year when Batista came in for the play-in streams, he went nuts and he decided to return and do it again. Batista always been the number one supporter of me and the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I appreciate him greatly. He has been traveling over the place. We were DMing on Instagram. He was actually in Dallas while we had a stream one night, and we were super busy. He was out in Frisco. But shout out to Jesus Batista. We'll be doing a lot for Batista. It also puts us quite ahead in our Super Chat battle. That is for sure. Can't lose when Batista's in the building. Batista, didn't you say you have a really high record, at least in terms of the Heat winning? I think so. Alec Burks has it after a made bucket inside by Vucevic. 19-12. Highsmith gets it over to Herro. Herro driving on Dalen Terry, but resets it back at the top of the key. 4 on the shot clock. Step back deep 3 for Herro. Easy bucket, Tyler Herro! Herro just knows how to put the ball in the cup, man. Giddey turns it over. Adebayo picks up the loose ball. Herro with 11 points in the first quarter. Highsmith corner 3 in transition. Bang! And the Heat are up 25-12 in the first quarter. Just unconscious from beyond the arc right now. Williams inside the Vucevic, backing down on Bam. Gets to his right hook shot, too strong. Adebayo with the board. Are the Heat going to blow out the Bulls tonight? Adebayo gets downhill, stripped. He was out of bounds. Vucevic was out of bounds when that ball was touched. So it will retain, or ball will still be with Miami. It's a 13-point Heat lead. Heat dominating in all phases of the game. But again, shout out to Jesus Batista with $100 Super Chat. The GOAT with a bang again. And that's why the Heat are winning. Batista's in the building. The Heat are going to win. Spam those fireballs in the chat for the GOAT, Jesus Batista. He's in the building. You have to show your appreciations to Batista. Spam those fireball emojis. He asks, he receives. Bucket inside by Giddey. Lead down to 11. But it'll go back up to 14 as Andrew Wiggins buries a corner triple. Wiggins with 10 first quarter points. Him and Herro have combined for 21 of the team's 28. Tough bucket inside by Dalen Terry to answer. And it's a 28-16 game. 2-3 zone for the Bulls. Burks 3, no. Rebound that time by Chicago. So Bulls looking to change the defensive look on Miami. Coby White driving on Highsmith, finding a cutting Giddey for a layup. And that's a quick little spurt by the Bulls to make it a 28-18 ball game. All right, so order of operations, as Eric Spoelstra calls a timeout here. We'll tell you about the sponsor on today's show. And then after that, I'm going to go grab some drinking apparatuses, and we're going to start the party thanks to my guy, Jesus Batista. But let's tell you about the official ticketing partner of the Heat Report, and that is Game Time. If you want to go see the Heat in the NBA playoffs, if you're in Miami, if they win a couple play-in games, make sure you get your tickets with Game Time because they make it the easiest to get your tickets, especially if you want killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price guaranteed. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. They have last-minute deals. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater events, everything in between. And when you use Game Time, you could even do more deals, zone deals. Save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats. They have all-in pricing, which shows you the total price of your ticket up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. That link is in the live chat and description of today's live show. All right, so what we're going to do, Justin, hop on screen, hold down the chat, talk about the beginning of the game, hang out with the people. I'm going to go grab some drinking apparatuses because I'm going to need more Happy Dads than this, and I do have to get a beer bong. So we'll let you control here. Yeah. You have that other one, the Cam Wright or the No, there's two. That's not it doesn't say two Cam. There you go. Shout out Batista, man. He is the GOAT of all goats. All goats of all goats. All right, Justin's going to hold us down. I'll be right back.
All right, y'all. How are we feeling? Good early start. I mean, obviously in the super chats, but also in the game. Honestly, right now, I think this is the best. I think this is the best I've seen the Heat play in 2 months, at least for the first quarter. What's good, y'all? How are y'all? Hey, we think we're going to Atlanta already? Because, I mean, I think a lot of y'all know a good first quarter start is not a good sign for the Heat just because we know their MO, we know their rep. But I don't know. Right now, I'm feeling a little bit of a different energy from the Heat right now. They seem a little bit more aggressive. They seem a lot more of a sense of urgency. And they seem focused. Honestly, yeah, everybody's kind of played well so far. And right now, their defense, I've been kind of impressed. If the Heat would have had this energy the first half of the season or the second half of the season post All-Star, maybe we're not in the play-in.
All right, I am back, and so is the action. We'll take down some beers in between quarters. Out of the timeout, some more substitutions for Miami. Duncan Robinson, Kyle Anderson in. Herro and Highsmith out. I think Highsmith might have got banged up. He was shaking his hand a little bit during a play. I don't actually see him on the bench unless he's at the end. So I saw Highsmith shake his hand in discomfort. We'll see if he is injured because he got a quick hook there, only playing a couple minutes. So Anderson into the game. Heat leading by 10, 4 on the shot clock. Adebayo has it. He's going to shoot a 3, top of the key, and he buries it. I'm telling you, man, Bam has been shooting really well from 3 in the final 35 games of the year, man. Heat 5 of 8 from the team. What do we talk about? Key to victory? Winning the three-point battle. Miami's not just winning it against Chicago in the first quarter. They're crushing them. Coby White, step back 3 over Bam. No good. Excellent defense from Adebayo. Rebound Miami. Here comes Anderson. Anderson trying to get inside the Bam. He's got the mismatch with Coby White on him. He gets it, but he misses the turnaround right hook shot. Here comes Chicago the other way. Vucevic in transition. Will work a pick and roll with Coby White now. White swinging it to Dalen Terry. Terry inside the Vucevic. Quick turn and pass to Williams. Too high, out of bounds. Turnover forced there by the Heat. 4th turnover the first quarter by the Bulls. The Heat have only turned it over twice. So good start on both ends there for Miami. (31-18). Ball moved in around the perimeter. Davion Mitchell driving, kicking it to Bam. 8-foot floater comes up a bit short there. Inside, ball rejected. It goes out of bounds. 2:15 to go. Batista, $5 super says, Papa Beer Bro, I started. All right, I popped it. We'll fit it. We'll chug them here in a second, but we got a different Happy Dad watermelon. I got the lemon lime over here. Andrew Wiggins, left wing, 2 minutes to go in this first quarter, driving, dropping it off to Adebayo. Bam, fouled inside, and will be heading to the free throw line. Batista with another $2 super chat. Says, pop a beer. If I get one more super, you need to chug. Listen, we're chugging at the end of the quarter, Batista. I got you. We just had to pop the beer. And looks like he set it at another 20. So I got the Murbanga here, but I'll just continue to chug this first one. And then we'll chug another one in between the quarter. Adebayo makes the first free throw, 32-18. 2:04 to go in this first quarter. Listen, I'm not going to overreact. Do the Heat look like a different ball club right now and look like they're going to dominate the Bulls? Yes, they do. But I've talked about it. The Heat continue to blow leads to the Bulls. They've blown a double-digit lead to the Chicago almost every single game this year. So I'm not going to overreact unless it's a blowout in the fourth quarter. Like, it's got to be a 15-point game with 5 minutes left for me to believe the Heat won't blow it. And even then, it's scary. 33-18, the Heat just leave Giddey open, and there's that 50% three-point shooter we've been talking about. 33-21. Just can't leave Giddey, man. Can't leave him. He's got 11 first-quarter points, so he's on pace to kill us again. It's unbelievable. Herro, step back three over Herder. Herro's got the answer. He might put up 40 points in this first quarter. 90 seconds to go in the opening 12. Herro's got 14. He hasn't missed a shot, Justin. He's 6 of 6. Josh Giddey the other way. Driving on Kyle Anderson. Strip. That's off Giddey's knee. Turnover. Oh, my. Oh, my. This has been a dominant first quarter for Miami. We'll see if they can keep this shooting prowess going. I mean, Herro just looks locked in. I'll say that. Herro looks locked in. 5th turnover of the game for Chicago so far. Only 2 for the Heat. Adebayo takes a seat for the first time. Ware back in. Davion Mitchell probing on the baseline. Kicks it out to Herro. Herro driving. Euro step. Inside. Fouled. So Herro is going to go to the line. Boy, is Tyler Herro dominating this game. Wow. Not expect to see this. And I did not expect to see another $20 super chat from Jesus Batista. Shout out to the legend. His Herro's at the line. We'll also get Jesus Batista in the Hall of Fame. Batista, do you want to get in the Hall of Fame, or do you want us to give away some Hall of Fame spots? You have 4 Hall of Fame spots coming your way. If we had a keg, we probably would roll it in here. Or should we give it away? Give it to the people. All right, we'll do some giveaways during the in-between quarters. Minute to go. Heat up 38-21 as Herro made both free throws. Almost stole the ball from Kevin Herter. Instead, it's going to be a Zach Collins corner 3. He can't shoot, but he knocked it down. 14 points. Oh, they changed it to a 2. They said foot was on the line for Collins. That's probably why it went in. 40 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Davion Mitchell slowing the tape on this right wing. Driving, dropping it off. Foul prior to the pass, and it will be Davion Mitchell heading to the free throw line because the Heat are in the bonus. James Graham says the Heat are not, Rolly can't shave until the Heat get eliminated. That's kind of tough because I almost shaved today before the game. This is usually as thick as I let it grow out. I don't think I could do that. Because if the Heat don't make the playoffs, that's like a week and a half. And I'm already at my edge. Mitchell splits the pair. So Heat lead is 16. Herter brings it up, gets it over to the corner for Collins. Now Herter has it, right wing. Drops it inside of Collins. Heat in his zone for the first time. Bulls execute their offense perfectly. Giddey on the baseline for an easy bucket. 1 second differential shot clock, game clock. So Heat leading by 14 can practically hold for 1 here. Herro has not missed a shot in this game. He's got 16 points, 6 of 6 from the field, and 2 of 2 from the line. They double Herro. It's kicked around to the corner. It's Davion Mitchell. He drives, kicks, turns it over. Buzelis, 3, 2, 1. Good if it goes. At the end of the buzzer, it goes. And I think that will count. I said good if it goes. It looked good live. We'll obviously get a review of this. I thought he got it off. We'll see. Crowd just made a loud noise, so it sounds like they think it's off. I think it is. It's close. So we'll see. We have it as a bucket here, 39-28, but we'll see. That's the end of the first quarter. We have over 1,000 people watching. Where are we in the live sub counter, Justin? But we're going to chug the rest of the Happy Dad that we just had. We'll pour it in the Merbanga and get a chug going for thanks to Jesus Batista. All right, we're 308 subscribers away from 21K. There's over 1,000 people watching. Hit that sub button because we are going to be live for as long as the season goes. If the Heat make the playoffs, we'll be here for the Heat Bulls or Heat Cavs playoff series. We're going to be here on Friday if the Heat win for Heat Hawks. Hit that sub button right now. Daily Miami Heat videos, live for every game. And who else provides play-by-play commentary analysis and takes down beers with the people on a Heat game? Not many. So hit that sub button. Let's get to 21,000 tonight. Come on. Shout out to Batista. Shout out to Batista. Heat ain't beating them, man. So ESPN has on their website at 39-28. That's what we have it as. We'll see what it comes out as.
I think it was so close, they'll probably stick with the call on the floor.
Yeah. Maybe I was wrong about Tyler Herro because everyone said the Heat can make a run in the playoffs if they make the 8 seed like they did a couple of years ago. I said, we don't have Jimmy this time. But I also didn't account for Tyler Herro turning into prime Michael Jordan. So, don't know what to make of that one. But like we've consistently mentioned, the Heat blow leads like it's their job, so we'll see. We will see. All right, as I mentioned with the Haywood Highsmith stuff, Haywood Highsmith left tonight's game versus the Bulls with an elbow injury, elbow contusion to be exact. He will return. I think he's already returned. So, playoff hero. Did we just move from playoff Jimmy to playoff hero? Well, this isn't playoff, though. This is play-in. It would be funny, Justin, if Butler went for 38 last night in the Warriors win, just for the Herro-led Bulls to go for like 40 in a win on the road. It would be something.
Hashtag petty.
That's the only reason why Tyler Herro played good. All right, we're back here. Let's start off the second quarter. Coby White's got it. Guarded by Davion Mitchell. Pick and roll. White drives inside, kicks to the corner. Josh Giddey 3. No. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Zach Collins, so it will go to Miami. They get a stop on their first possession of the second quarter. Yeah, I know, D-Chain, but it's hard to not acknowledge a 16-point first quarter on 6 of 6 shooting. Herro driving, turnaround, mid-range jumper. He'll just continue to bury these shots. He's got 18, 7 of 7. This is unbelievable. Oh, $5 super chat from my guy Wasim. Here's hoping the Heat beat the Bulls. So sick of Reendork, or whatever I say his name. What's up, Wasim? Another Hall of Famer here. Oh, yeah, clearly out of Buzelis' hand, by the way. So the 3 did count. Wasim is in the Hall of Fame of the Heat Report. I think the Hall of Fame of the Heat Report is Batista, Mr. Gio, Juggalotus, Wasim. Those four brought it last year. They're bringing it tonight. Ware, corner 3. No, he had Duncan Robinson wide open on the left wing and didn't swing the rock. Rookie mistake there by Kel'el. Coby White driving, spinning. Tough layup inside by Coby White. Davion Mitchell was there defensively, but couldn't get the stop. White now with 8 points. Duncan Robinson driving inside. Gets to the lane and hits the easy floater. I mean, the Bulls' defense has not been good this year. They defend the three-point line good because they can't defend inside, but the Heat are getting anything they want right now. Coby White has to force it out to Giddey. Giddey driving, kicking, Buzelis. He shows and goes. Euro step inside for the rookie. No good, and Herro grabs the board. Herro pushing the pace. What a pass by Herro to Ware, and the rookie puts it down. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we're winning the Super Chat battle now, Batista. I haven't checked back in with the Bulls report, but I'm pretty sure we're dominating. Zach Collins inside, turns it over. What defense by Kyle Anderson and Duncan Robinson. Anderson, pitch ahead to Ware. Ware has the size advantage, and he throws it down. And the Heat's lead has ballooned to the highest point tonight, which is 17. It's 47-30. An absolute dominant performance by the Miami Heat to this point. Just tweet this out, Justin. I'll see you Sunday for Heat Cavs. I'm seeing you Sunday. I've seen enough. I always said this, Justin. Me and Seeps both thought this. The winner of Heat Bulls was always going to beat the Hawks on Friday because the Hawks suck. So if the Heat win tonight, I think they'll beat the Hawks on the road on Friday. I do. Oh, look at this guy. Ryan McSpadden with a 20 saying, here's to my bet, hopefully cashing. McSpadden, what'd you have tonight? Get down in the chat and let me know. Also, we're going to give away a spot on the Hall of Fame thanks to Jesus Batista. We're putting Batista in again. McSpadden's getting in. But they had to call a timeout. So spam the fireball emojis, and we're going to look down in the chat in a second, and we're going to give away a couple spots. The first 2 people I see are going to get in, thanks to Jesus Batista. So spam those fireball emojis. Jesus Batista in again. Ryan McSpadden. We're filling out the rest of this ball. We'll have 4 more names to get in here, thanks to Batista, but there's McSpadden and there's Batista right above. All right, I'm looking down for the first time for the first person getting into the Hall of Fame, courtesy of Batista, in 3, in 2, in 1. First name I saw was Chez. Chez was the first name I saw. So Chez into the Hall of Fame. Shout out to you. All right, we're going to give away another spot. 2 of 4. Keep on spamming those fireball emojis. We're going to give away spot number 2 of 4 in 3, in 2, in 1. First name I saw, Miguel Blanco. Miguel Blanco gets in. So Chez right there, Miguel B right there. Those are the 2 people that got in to the Hall of Fame in this spot. We're going to give away spots throughout the night as we have timeouts in the game, so stay tuned for that. Still got 1,200 people watching. Wasim Khan with a $2 super chat. My guy saying watching hockey, listen to Rolly. Last day of the regular season, no? Doesn't the playoffs in hockey start this weekend? too, or early next week. Yeah, I don't watch hockey either, but I was told that the playoffs begin in the next week or so. I remember it always starts at the same time as the NBA. That's all I know. But the hockey finishes a couple weeks before the NBA, I think.
The NBA takes that week in between the conference finals and the finals.
They do have like 4 or 5 days in between. They're at, like, if both conference finals, like, the final start date is the start date. So I think how it works is if, like, it's 2 sweeps, there's legitimately a week and a half off. All right, yeah, which I think the NBA, it's a poor way to do it. But 47-30 out of the timeout. Vucevic for 3, no good. Rebound Miami. Heat looking to extend their lead. Davion Mitchell driving, dropping it off to Kyle Anderson. Kicks it back out to Mitchell. Swung to Duncan Robinson. His three-pointer, no good. Rebound, almost out of bounds, but Vucevic saves it, and then Herro commits a foul. We have 1,200 people watching, folks. Only 237 likes. Can we hit the thumbs up icon? Can we hit the thumbs up icon, please? Let's get to 500 likes soon. Be greatly appreciated. Dalen Terry pick and roll with Vucevic over to Buzelis. He made a 3 earlier. Can't make that one. Rebound Kel'el Ware, and the Heat get another defensive stop. Herro working on Dalen Terry. No one's been able to stop Herro to this point. Herro swinging it to Mitchell. Turnover on Tyler. 4-on-2 break for the Bulls. Coby White, what is he doing? He just took a step-back contested 3, airballed it, and then he turned it over because he caught the ball off the offensive rebound out of bounds. That's bad basketball. That is why the Bulls are who the Bulls are. What a bad play by Coby White. 4-on-2, and we're taking a contested step-back 3. Unbelievable. It's hard to fathom. A couple more super chats. $5 from Batista. You know what? He wants Ty Man in. Ty Man gets him. Ty Man, I think, was already a Hall of Famer. Maybe not. I don't remember. I thought Ty Man got in earlier in the season at one point. But he's in now. Who made the 3, Justin? No idea. We're up 20. Look down. 3-pointer for Vucevic answers. I want to see who made that 3 now. It was Duncan Robinson. Heat leading Duncan, top of the key. It's a 17-point game. Duncan driving, kicking it out to Davion Mitchell. Mitchell back to Duncan in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. He'll just fire up a 3. Oh, my goodness. The Heat are unconscious. The Heat can't miss. The Heat can't miss. 8 points for Duncan off the bench. Back-to-back 3s for 55. Giddey inside. Rejected by Ware. Ball loose and tipped out. Bulls have another chance. 6 on the shot clock. Talen Horton-Tucker checks into the game. Drives, kicks. Dalen Terry at the end of the shot clock. His three-pointer can't go. Ware with the board. Outlet to Mitchell. Here comes Davion out of a cannon. He'll slow it down, though, finding Duncan. Now inside the Ware. Move inside. Stripped out of bounds. They're going to say it's off Kel'el Ware, turned over. $2 super chat from Steven. As a Lakers fan, please beat the Bulls. I don't see the connection. Just historically?
Because the Bulls swept the Lakers this year, and they celebrated like it was the championship both times.
Okay. Checks out. And then $10 super chat from Batista. Our first wheel spin of the day. So we'll spin the wheel next time out. Get the likes up. I agree, Batista. Come on, we got 1,200 people watching. Let's get up to 500 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon. Coby White driving inside, loses the ball out of bounds. Who hit it last? I think it's going to stay with Chicago. I think it's going to stay with Chicago. No, they're going to say they have no clue. It's jump ball center circle. How about that? Jump ball. That's illegal. What just happened here? It's another jump. because the Bulls, yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Some things are unexplainable. So another jump ball. Vucevic, Bam, center circle. Tip is won by Miami. Vucevic don't got the legs like that. Davion Mitchell, right wing, has it. Adebayo coming to set him a screen. Oh, what a move by Davion Mitchell. And a pass to Bam. Oh, Adebayo couldn't finish it. He really would have been a cool highlight. Bulls the other way in transition. Corner, Coby White. Davion Mitchell on him tough here. Floater, no. Rebound, tapped around, grabbed by Miami. The Bulls can't get anything going. Andrew Wiggins to the rim. Layup, no. Rebound, Adebayo. Lays it up and in. 22-point Heat lead. This is reminiscent to the Heat Bulls play-in game last year where no Jimmy Butler. Miami just blew the doors off of the Bulls. Foul on Andrew Wiggins fighting with Nikola Vucevic inside. Dude, I mean, my mind told me the Bulls were going to win because it's been a mismatch all season long for Miami. But I always knew, Justin, and listen, it's very early, but I just always had that feeling that it was always going to be the Heat. Kevin Herter working on Kyle Anderson. Step back three. No good there. The Heat's defense, honestly, has been more impressive than the offense. They're giving Chicago nothing easy. The Bulls are 2 of 11 in the quarter. Turnover. Can't happen. 4 on 2. Now 4 on 3. Buzelis inside. Layup. Fouled and won. I didn't see the foul, but the rookie Matas Buzelis trying to get Chicago back into this one with an and one in transition. Wasim Khan with the $20 super chat. As a Bulls fan, please beat the Bulls. Give away my spot. I actually think both fan bases wanted to lose this game. But okay, Wasim. So now we have 5 more spots to give away throughout the stream. The rookie Buzelis has 5 points. Made that 3 at the end of the buzzer at the first quarter. Chance to make it 6 points with his free throw. Can't make the free throw. 5 minutes to go in this first half. Heat are just dominating. Bam passes inside. Kick to the corner for Mitchell. His three-pointer. The Heat just cannot miss, folks. Davion gets into the three-point scoring action. Buzelis on the right wing. Inside the Vucevic. Vucevic banks it home. 21-point Heat lead. 5 minutes to go in the half. Wiggins, pick and roll with Adebayo. Working on the left side. Drops it off to Highsmith. He now finds a curling Duncan. Back to Highsmith with 7. Highsmith drives on Buzelis. Spins, right hook shot. Wow, even Highsmith's got it going offensively. 23-point Heat lead. Peter Wynn's in the building. What's up, Peter? Coby White misses a free throw inside, or layup inside. Heat with numbers, 5 on 4. They can't take advantage. Now Bam inside, faces up on Vucevic, left block. Bam gets inside, right hook shot, too strong. The only thing that hasn't worked for Miami today is Bam post up, Justin. It's been hilarious. 60-37, Heat lead. Patrick Williams, pick and roll with Buzelis. Over to Vucevic. Now to the corner for Coby White. White turns it over. Heat out in transition. Highsmith to the rim. Has to pull it back out and resets it. And the Heat will get into their half-court action. Duncan Robinson, left wing, pull-up 3 over Buzelis. A little overzealous there from Duncan Robinson. Coby White driving, kicking. Patrick Williams wide open 3. No good. I mean, what? I can't wait to see what the Bulls are shooting at the half. This has been a disaster for them. And then Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout with 3:30 to go in this first half. We're going to tell you about our sponsor on the live show. That is Game Time, and then we'll give away some spots in the Hall of Fame. We are sponsored, and Game Time is the official ticketing partner of the Miami Heat. In the way the Heat are playing right now, you might see playoff games in Miami. If you want to go see it, well, get your tickets with Game Time. Killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price guaranteed. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. They've got last-minute deals. If you're a procrastinator, Game Time is for you. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute sports, concerts, comedy, and theater tickets. They've got zone deals. It's a feature that you pick the section, Game Time chooses the seat. You could save even more money. All-in pricing has a great feature. When you have all-in pricing, it shows you the total price of your ticket up front rather than getting blindsided by fees at checkout. Nothing worse than thinking you're getting a ticket for, say, $70, ends up being $115. That is the worst. No, you'll know exactly what you're paying for right at the front. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Link is in the description and comments of today's video. All right. We're going to give away a spot on the Hall of Fame right now. In the spirit of Game Time sponsoring the live show, spam GT in the chat for Game Time. Let's show Game Time some love. Spam GT, and in about 20 seconds, I'm going to pick the first two names I see because we owe 5 giveaways under the Hall of Fame. We're going to get 2 of 5 onto the ball. 2 of the 5 remaining. Spam the GTs for Game Time. And make sure you use Game Time. Create an account. Use code CHATSPORTS. Links in the live chat. Download the app today. All right, we're going to look down here for the first Game Time giveaway here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I saw Daniel Adams and Matt Rivera. Daniel Adams and Matt Rivera are the two. Matt Rivera and Daniel Adams. Matt Rivera, Daniel Adams. Shout out to the two of you. Shout out to Game Time. Shout out to Jesus Batista. Shout out to Wasim Khan. Still got 3 more giveaways left. Heat leading by 23 with under 4 minutes to go in the first half. I tell you what, Chicago's defense has just been absolutely horrific. No effort. They're not getting back. Dominant performance thus far for the Heat. I hate to say it's just the Bulls are that bad. How did the Heat lose to this team 3 times, Justin? Can you explain it to me?
Well, like I was saying, I feel like they're a lot more focused today.
Don't get it, man. Andrew Wiggins inside, Euro step. How, that was a good move by Andrew Wiggins, but if you're Chicago, how do you let that happen? 25-point Heat lead. We're almost getting to the point where I don't think Miami's going to blow it. I don't think there's a chance they do. How would the Heat go from looking this good to blowing a 25-point lead? I don't know. But Kevin Herter answers with a nice little running bank shot off glass. The Heat might score 70 this half and limit the Bulls to under 50 points. Andrew Wiggins, left wing 3. He had some space but couldn't knock it down. Made a couple threes earlier in the first quarter. Josh Giddey, pick and roll with Vucevic, swings it over to Herter. Herter now working on Wiggins. Now calls for a screen. It's inside, but bad pass, and Wiggins forces the turnover. Highsmith, Euro stepping in transition. The up and under layup, no good. Ball loose. Herro picks up the loose ball and is fouled going up for a floater by Patrick Williams. So Tyler Herro, who has still not missed a shot tonight, he's got 18 points on 7 of 7 shooting, is going to the free throw line. Tyler Herro's first free throw good, and now he's 3 of 3 at the line, so he hasn't missed in any phase of the game. I almost want the Heat just to, or him never to take a shot again. Just put together a perfect game. Why not? Herro's free throw good. Magmon says Rolly is trying to jinx the Heat. How am I trying to jinx the Heat? It's calling the game and calling what I see. It's a 25-point game. Herder right wing 3, or Deuce, excuse me, inside the arc, 64-41. There's no such thing as a jinx, by the way. I can't stand that shit. You think anything I do or say has an influence on the game? Come on, guys. Macmon's probably kidding anyway. Too easy on the other end. Wiggins lobbed to Adebayo for a slam. Under 2 to go. Trailing 3, Vucevic goes. 66-44. 90 seconds to go. Adebayo on the right wing. Minute and a half in this first half. Herro gets it curling. Step back 3. Is he going to stay hot? Yes, he is. Oh, my goodness. Tyler Herro. Scorching. You try to give Herro a handshake, you might have a burn on your hand. He's got 23 first half points on 8 of 8 shooting. That's a ridiculous performance from Tyler Herro. Coby White, left wing 3. That is an answer. So Chicago's offense finding form over the last 2 minutes, but they still have been unable to stop the Heat offense. Davion Mitchell driving on Coby White, running floater. It's just too easy. There's no resistance by Chicago. 71-47, 45 to go in the half. Giddey over to the corner for Coby White. Wiggins defending. White swooping through, stolen away. Another turnover forced. Herro brings it up. The Heat have 22 assists on their 27 made shots. Team basketball. They're going to double Herro at the top of the key and force out of his hands. The issue is no one's guarding Davion Mitchell. He kicks it to Highsmith for a 3. No good. Giddey with the rebound, and the Bulls with 13 seconds left will hold for one more shot. 71-47, Heat leading. 5 seconds to go in the half. Giddey driving on Bam, spinning, kicking to Coby White. Open at the buzzer. No good, and we will go to halftime with the Heat leading 71-47. An absolutely unbelievable first half by the Miami Heat leaves them with a 24-point lead after 24 minutes. Wow. What a half. Grab what? Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know what you were talking about. I was confused. All right. I have to grade the Heat's first half performance. And if I'm going to be honest, it has to be an A+. New live poll as well. I mean, I don't know how it's not an A. I don't know how it's not. Herro's going off. Just tweet this out. Move over playoff Jimmy because we have playoff Herro. What a first half. Continue to grade the Heat performance. Also get into the live chat, live poll. I'm going to do giveaway 3 of 5 here in a second. So spam your letter grades down in the comment section. And after about 10 or about 15, 20 seconds, I'm going to give away another Another what's it called? Apachito says, someone from this chat found me in a video game because my name is Apachito on there. That's funny. Hey, we're family over here. Just spilled some of my water on me. All right, I'm gonna look in the chat to do another giveaway here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm looking down right now. Rudy Wristlock. Rudy Wristlock. I don't think I've ever seen that name here. Rudy, let me know in the comment section. Are you new? Are you new? I feel like you are. I just have never seen your name. Maybe you just haven't commented before. That could be possible as well. I've been here many games. I guess I've just never seen the name. That I feel like I would remember a person with the American flag and like a shirtless dude in front of it as their profile picture. I've never seen that profile picture before. Batista, is that what you sent me on IG? I haven't looked yet. I'll look right now. Yeah, that's funny, man. Damn, they got good viewership over there on the Bulls channel. They had 550 people watching. Not as good as our 1,200, but listen, nobody does it like Heat fans. Shout out to you, Batista. Good on you for supporting Seeps and the Bulls over there. Good on you, man. Good on you. Rudy lives in Atlanta and wants to go to the Heat Hawks game. Hey, assuming the Heat don't choke this, you should go to the Heat Hawks game. Should go to the Heat Hawks game. Six. Yeah, I mean, the Heat are just absolutely dominating. This is our upstated super chat battle. Now, you take away the $50 Batista sent to the Bulls channel, and we're dominating. But, you know what? We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They need everything they can get over there. I'm glad that Batista came through. It's a Batista versus the Bulls, but it's Batista versus everyone. He's the GOAT. He does it for a reason, man. Exactly, TR1. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. Major asks, how can Miami still get 2 first-round picks if they beat the Bulls? The only way that the Heat get 2 first-round picks if they beat the Bulls is if they lose to the Hawks on Friday. The Heat just have to be out of the playoffs. If the Heat win today and Friday, they only get 1 pick. And then the Thunder will get our pick, which would be the 15th overall pick. Poochie, we're rolling, man. Don't say congratulations. There's a lot of game left. Lift says the Heat won't beat the Hawks in State Farm. Unfortunately, I think they will. Listen, I've been very clear and transparent about what I want the Heat to ultimately do this offseason, and that includes having 2 first-round picks, one in the top 11. But if they make the playoffs, they make the playoffs. They play like this, they'll win on Friday too. They'll win on Friday too. Still have 908 people watching. We'll read off some first half stats here. Tyler Herro playing the game of his life, 23 points, 8 of 8 shooting, on 3 of 3 shooting from 3, and 4 of 4 from the line. Also has 3 assists. Does have 2 turnovers, but if you're shooting 8-8 from the field, I won't care about your turnovers. Andrew Wiggins has 12 points, 4 rebounds on 5 of 10 shooting. Bam Adebayo has 11 points on 4 of 10 shooting. Duncan Robinson off the bench has 8. Davion Mitchell has 6. Haywood Highsmith has 5. For the Bulls, Josh Giddey's got 13 points, but 5-11 shooting, so not that efficient. Coby White's got 11 on 4 of 11. Vucevic has got 10 points on 4 of 7. Kevin Herter is getting abused by Tyler Herro. That's who they've put on Herro defensively. Wow, I can't. I'm stunned, man. I'm stunned. I really am. I am stunned. Listen, I told Justin this before the game and in the pregame. I picked the Bulls to win because they've just proven to be a better team over the past 2 months and in the head-to-head matchups. But I also told them before the game that I felt like the Heat were just going to win because my gut told me they were going to win. But I did not expect it to be by a blowout win. We'll see, though. I actually will make the prediction the Heat easily win on Friday. I think they might blow out the Hawks again, too. They might. I don't remember what the Hawks have done in their season series. Let me look it up. I know they won the last time the 2 teams played, but I don't remember the full season. They played 4 times this year, even split 2-2. The Heat won in Miami both times, and the Heat lost in Atlanta both times. So home team has won all 4 games this year between the 2. The Hawks won the first 2 games, by the way, but the Heat won the last 2. Every game has been decided by double digits, too. How about that? Hawks won at home by 10, and then at home by 12, and then the Heat won at home by 22, and then 10. So the games haven't been close. F if you want the Heat to lose. Will the Heat hold on and win? The new live poll on the live stream. This would be a collapse of all collapses. I kind of agree. And as someone who's been team lotto pick for most of the season, ever since the Jimmy Butler trade and how they have performed over the last 2.5 months, I actually think I would rather lose the lottery pick and make the playoffs than see the Heat blow a 24-point lead in an elimination game on national television. There's some lines I won't cross as a fan to see a loss. And that's one of them. And also, if the Heat somehow blew this game, how could you have any confidence in Bam, Tyler Herro, and Eric Spoelstra as your lead three going forward if you can't win this game? So, even the team draft pick in me cannot fathom and does not want to see this team blow this game. Now, I will still say that I would want the Heat to lose on Friday night against the Hawks.
The pride in you has a line.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. That's the way to say it. At some point, you have to draw a line in the sand, and that is my point. A 24-point lead in an elimination game at halftime against the Bulls. Listen, leads are never safe. I agree. But Macmon, I don't know if this one's going to come back. I also say this, is that the Hawks, I never really had a chance to win. They came back and made it close, but they never had a chance. Also, the Grizzlies are an infinitely better team than the Chicago Bulls. So, Diego says, Rolly, what about this? If the Heat win, you get your hairline right and fresh. You say my hairline ain't right and fresh right now? Listen, I'm 3 weeks removed from my haircut. Are you saying that it's not fresh right now? Major, I agree. I didn't watch the Heat go 37 and 45 to make the playoffs.
Would that be Adam Silver's biggest crime to you because of the play-in?
No, because I could write a full 10-page essay on the crimes against humanity that Adam Silver has committed. The Heat shot 59% from the field as a team in the first half. 10 of 18 from three. This is the largest lead in the first half, or at the end of the half. End of the first half, I should say, by the Heat all season long. I'll say this. I'm critical of Doris Burke. She's kind of fitted right now, though. She's kind of fitted right now. The little purple, nice-looking shirt with the pink pants. I'm kind of digging the fit by Doris. You're confident we're gentlemen sweeping the Cavs? So you think we're losing the first game and then winning the next four? I don't see that happening. Listen, do I see the Heat winning this game, holding on, and then beating the Hawks and making the playoffs? Yes, I do, actually. I still think, at best, we lose in 5 to Cleveland. At best. All right, here we go. Giddey brings it up as the Bulls start the second half with the ball, 71-47. Vucevic has it top of the key. Same starting lineups for each team. Herter curling three. Fouled. Not how you probably want to start the second half up 24, is fouling a three-point shooter. So Kevin Herter will get 3 free throws. This is a good hypothetical from Major. If the Heat made the Eastern Conference Finals and lost, would it still be worth ending up making the playoffs? I mean, here's the thing, guys. If the Heat make the playoffs, I'll be all in on going to the NBA Finals. I'll root for them like I have a gun to my head if they lose. The thing, I just want the draft pick. I just don't see a world where Miami makes a run to the finals. Herter makes the first 2 of 3. And the lead could be down to 21 quickly. Like, a lot of people are saying I have no confidence. What do you want me to say? I've watched this team play 82 games this year. This is number 83. You want me to be fooled because we're beating a shitty Hawks team or shitty Bulls team? Adebayo thought about a three, passed it up. Herro won 3 of 3 at the line, by the way. He almost turned it over, get it back, 8 on the shot clock. Herro, pull up 3 over Herro. First miss of the game for Herro. If he made that, I mean, it would have been basically start the buses. Coby White pick and roll with Vucevic, gets inside. Good bump there by White, but he missed the layup. Adebayo now hanging out at the top of the key. Dumps it into Ware. Ware guarded by Giddey. Gives him a bump. And throws a dart at the backboard, but couldn't make it. He, actually chucked that thing. Buzelis driving on Burke. Kicks it back out to Vucevic. His three-point attempt. No good. Rebound. I think there's going to be a foul on Miami. Jai Griggs says Warriors Heat NBA Finals, calling it now. That'd be quite the finals. Could you imagine the storylines of a Jimmy versus Miami Finals, 8 seed versus 7 seed too, or 10 seed versus 7 seed? Well, I guess 8 seed for 7 seed.
And the PS5 clicks off.
Kevin Herter 3, good. So Herter's got 6 quick points here. Heat's lead down to 18. Does the lead get into single digits during the third quarter? Wiggins inside, no good. Ware offensive rebound. He misses the putback. Here come the Bulls. Giddey in transition to the rim. Layup, no. Alec Burks with the board, and he'll push the pace for Miami. Burks has been quiet. He hasn't really done much in this game. In the short corner, resets it out to Ware. Swung to Wiggins. His three-point attempt. No good there. So the Heat are cold to start this third quarter. Haven't scored. Herter feeling it. Pull up 3. No good there. Wiggins in transition. Kicks it out to Herro, who's defended by the rookie Buzelis. Now over to Adebayo. He gets downhill. Fouled by Vucevic, so Adebayo will go to the line.
I don't think you have to worry about this league anymore.
If that Herter 3 went down, I think I would have been like, all right, this is going to be a 10-point. This is going to be an 8-point game in 5 minutes. Because it would have been a 9-0 start to the half for the Bulls. Adebayo's first free throw here. Misses it. Here we go. Here we go. Bam's got 11 points, 8 boards, 3 assists today. He misses both free throws. We're 0 of 5 from the field. Now, ironically enough, the Bulls are 1 of 5. They just have 3 free throws, too. White, Euro step, driving. Wiggins just takes it away from him. Get big. Hit the weight room. Herro to Bam. Adebayo skies in for the slam. Good transition opportunity there for the Heat. 20-point lead again for Miami. The Bulls stink. How did we lose 3 times in this team? Seriously. Vucevic gets it over to Giddey. Giddey drives on Bam, hanging, lefty hook shot. Good. That was a tough bucket from Giddey. That was tough. Giddey's got 15 in the game. Burks at the top of the key, gets it over to Herro. Herro Adebayo pick and roll. Herro, they're going to say kick ball violation on Kevin Herter. Wow, what a defensive play there by Wiggins, dude. It's a good pass by Herro in transition. Bounce pass on the money. Wiggins, top of the key 3. Good! Lead back to 21 for Miami. Vucevic, top of the key. Wiggins got 15 points tonight. Vucevic inside. Backing down on Ware. Kicks it out to Giddey. No hesitation three for him. Doesn't fall. Long rebound out to Vucevic, and the Bulls get a second chance. Giddey pick and roll with Herro. Giddey driving inside. I think they called a foul on Tyler Herro reaching in or pushing. Buzelis driving, hands. Oh no, he didn't lay it up and in. He threw it down over Alec Burks. Adebayo. Herro doubled, throws it to Bam. Bam inside, back out to Herro. Pump fake, drive, kick. Burks, wide open three. No good. Rebound to Vucevic. Almost turned over inside by the Bulls, but they keep possession. Buzelis guarded by Herro. Buzelis swooping inside, gets to the rim and lays it up and in. The Heat's halftime lead of 24 is down to 17 with 7:20 to go in the third quarter. Do you think there's a chance, Justin? I don't think there's a chance.
The Bulls would have to cut it to 10 by the end of this third quarter.
And to be fair, the Heat have blown a 9 and 11 point fourth quarter lead at the start of the quarter twice to Chicago. So I think that's the number if you're the Bulls. If the Bulls get it to 10 entering the final quarter, what? Yeah. Why wouldn't I be? Okay. Why you got a baseball bat, man? That should be a sight to be seen. Yeah, if they get it to 10 at the end of the third, it's anyone's game, I think.
I will say this. If I know my Heat, the 2024-25 Heat, I've seen this script before. But the Bulls can't score a lick.
The Bulls are a good offensive team.
Tonight they're not.
Yeah, not today. Heat media is so funny. The rare tenuous 17-point third quarter lead. Anthony Chang of the Herald. Miami's 25-point lead down to 17, period. They know what's coming. We've just seen it so often.
I get it. But
we've seen it too much. If the Heat blow a 24-point halftime lead and lose the game, I mean, are you kidding?
Oh, there's no way. There's no such thing as a jinx. We're not jinxing it. But the way the Bulls have played tonight, there's no way that they get close enough.
I agree. If they did, I don't think I could. I would have to take maybe a week off of content at the channel.
Sebastian, you say that, but I think it's just the Heat not scoring. I don't think the Bulls are locked in at all. If they were, we might be talking about a 7-point game right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Bulls had like 3 opportunities to cut an 18-point lead to 15, and they couldn't do it. Nick says it's time for Wiggins to step up. Wiggins has been good. Wiggins had 15 points today, 5 boards, 2 steals, a block, and has forced Coby White to shoot 4 of 12. Andrew Wiggins has been playing really, really good. All right, we're about to get back into action here halfway through the third quarter. You know what I will not be doing tonight, Justin? Watch a single second of Mavericks games. Once we leave this work studio and end this stream and film our post-game video, I'm going home, and I'm watching anything but basketball. I couldn't even think of watching Kings Mavericks. That game's going to stink. No Mavs fan actually wants to win that game, I'm pretty sure. They're like us, actually. All right, Herro's got it, bringing it up. Can the Heat stabilize itself? There we go. Andrew Wiggins inside, lob to Bam. Bam got pushed before the shot by Giddey, so it will be side out for Miami. If you want to watch the play-in, MacMon, between two teams that are going to be swept by the Thunder in the first round, if they made the playoffs, go ahead. Wiggins inside. Oh, my God, he just goosed a layup. He gets the ball back, though, on the boards, kicks it out to Herro. Herro driving. Floater over Buzelis. Goes. Herro with 25 on 9 of 10 shooting. Herter pull-up mid-range shot. No. And, yeah, you know what? I think we got ahead of ourselves saying this game would be close. I mean, the Bulls are bad, man. Herro pull-up midi. A little too strong there. Early shot. You haven't seen too many shots early in the shot clock like that today. Giddey in transition. They're going to say fouled by Kel'el Ware. Guess he hit him in the head because I thought it was clean up top. Yeah, I think that was Ware. I thought it was clean up top, but he must have hit him in the head. Tough floater by Herro, man. Almost, I think his hand gets like hit at the as he was releasing it. Herro's locked in. Giddey misses the free throw. MacMon saying Kings Mavs will have offseason repercussions. If you like the NBAs, you follow it all. You know what I'll be able to realize? Oh, yeah, that team lost. Oh, okay, cool. It has no offseason repercussions. What the offseason repercussions have is? I'm telling you, this guy just loves to just find anything against me. Why do I like the Mavs? I'm a Heat fan. Fuck the Mavs. Top 5 most hated NBA franchises. Celtics, clear-cut number 1. Knicks, number 2. Herro, pull-up midi. Misses that one. So, I mean, the Heat offense has gone close. They scored 7 points in the first 6 minutes of this quarter. The thing is, the Bulls haven't been able to take that much of an advantage. Vucevic working around the perimeter. It's Giddey. Screened by Vucevic. Giddey kicks it back to Vuce. Vuce backing in. Lost the handle double. Out to Buzelis. A left wing 3 for Chicago. Doesn't fall. I mean, they've had so many opportunities. They can't buy a shot. The Heat are 3 of 12 from the field this quarter. The Bulls are 4 of 11. Inexcusable defense by Chicago, leaving Andrew Wiggins open, but Wiggins couldn't make him pay. Coby White pull up 3. He bottoms it, and it's a 15-point game. And the Heat are going to burn a second timeout. I don't think so either, but I don't think so either, but I mean, here's the thing though, Justin. And this is the only thing that I'll say here. And I know we've seen how the game has gone before we talk about game time. If this was a back and forth game and the Heat went on a run to be up 15 with this time left in the game and the Bulls just called a timeout to talk things over, we would still think it's a game. But because the Heat were up so big, we don't think it's a game. I'm telling you right now, if it was tied at halftime and the Heat were winning this quarter by 15, came out hot in the third quarter, we would still believe there's a chance to blow it. So
I'm right there with you, but we watched the same game.
Yeah, I know. It's tough, man. It's tough. Like this, it would be something to see this game be lost by Miami. Well, if the Heat end up winning this game and win on Friday, they'll be playing in the playoffs. And if you want to go see the Heat play in the playoffs in person, get started with Game Time, the official ticketing partner of the Heat Report by Chat Sports. And they make it so easy to grab tickets for the NBA playoffs. Killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat. and the lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. They have last-minute deals, so if you're a procrastinator, Game Time is perfect for you. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy show, theater events. It does not matter. They've got all-in pricing, which shows you the total price of your ticket up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Get a full panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy as well, so you know exactly where you'll be sitting. No stanchion, pole, or board will be in your way. And they also have a great customer service. Very flexible. I think it's the best in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. That link's in the live chat and description of today's live show, by the way. We have 1,400 people watching, yet only 400 likes. Can we get to 500 likes right now, please? Come on. Come on. Hit that like button. Let's get to 500. We also owe another giveaway for the live chat. So who you got? MIA or CHI? And we'll give it 15, 20 seconds, and then we'll give away a spot on the Hall of Fame. 2 more spots are still owed. Thanks to Batista, Wasim Khan and company. So who you got? MIA or CHI? Heat or Bulls? As the Heat are still lead by 15. And then we'll give away a raffle ticket, or not a raffle ticket, a spot in the Hall of Fame. Spam those fireball, or not. Oh, Jesus, I'm all over the place. Let me know. I'll give it 5 seconds. Keep on spamming who you got. Keep on spamming who you got. 5 minutes to go in the third. 15-point lead. He'd have been outscored 16-7 in the third. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First person I see is Guillermo. Out of the timeout, Davion Mitchell hits a floater. He just checked back in. So shout out to Guillermo. Three-pointer by Chicago, no good. Rebounded by Alec Burks inside. He have a chance to get their lead back to 19 or 20. Davion Mitchell driving, spinning, kicking it out to Burks. Worked around to Bam in the corner. No hesitation three there by Adebayo, no good. Rebound Dalen Terry, and he'll lead the break for Chicago. Now over to Coby White. White straight line to the rim. Rejected by Haywood Highsmith. Out of bounds. It will stay with the Bulls on the baseline, but what a defensive play by Haywood Highsmith. Just do not go in there. 4:30 to go. Dalen Terry having a hard time getting in, throws it right to Miami, and Bam Adebayo is getting room service coast to coast. Lead right back to 19 for the Heat. I mean, the Bulls just are terrible. Patrick Williams gets it over to Terry, but they're going to call Andrew Wiggins for an off-ball foul. Oh, Bulls are in the bonus, so Vucevic actually is getting 2 free throw here. McMahon saying every time Bam switches, they get a foul on Wiggins. You know that's from the coaching staff, right? The coaching staff is coaching them to switch right now. So if you're going to blame anyone, blame Spo. They do have a versatile defensive lineup out there right now, so I don't hate being switchy. So I don't think Vucevic is a guy that really is going to punish you if you go a little bit with a smaller defender. Maybe 6 years ago in Orlando. Andrew Wiggins, pick and roll with Adebayo, reverses it out to Mitchell. Mitchell driving on Coby White. Euro step. Loses the ball. Ball loose. See, here, it's going to be a foul on Chicago. I have been very much on this. That should never be a foul. The ball is loose. Two players run at the ball. Nobody's got possession, and they just happen to get there at the same time, and one gets hit to the deck. Like, it looks like it's a foul, but it's a loose ball.
Now, let me ask you this: if you're Billy Donovan, well, they're not going to do it.
No, they would never challenge that.
Technically, Wiggins threw his body.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it should be a foul at all. Play on. 4 on the shot clock for Miami. Burks in the mid-range. Gets to the free throw line. Turns it over. Throws it out of bounds. Under 4 to go in the third. Heat leading by 17. Yeah, I didn't realize the Bulls were this bad. I should have known that you never beat a team 4 times, Justin. How is that not a foul? Anyway, Vucevic misses a shot inside. Heat in transition. Drop off to Wiggins. Wiggins stripped. Ball loose. Heat get a opportunity once again, though. I will say the defense of Chicago has certainly tightened up. Alec Burks misses a 3. They just can't score. Dalen Terry with the board. He leads the breaks. Swings it over to Giddey. Giddey on the left wing. Drops it inside the Vucevic. Over to Dalen Terry. Blocked inside by Burks, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Dalen Terry back to Miami. They can't score. The Bulls cannot score. Yeah, clean block there by Burks that goes right off the hands of Terry. Mitchell playing well here off the bench. Adebayo's got it on the elbow. Not gets it over to Davion. Davion, pick and roll. Bam, free throw line, jumper. Just hasn't had his jumper today. Hasn't had it. Bulls the other way. Giddey bumped, and there is free throws coming for the Bulls as they're in the bonus. Davion Mitchell not happy with the call. 2:40 to go in the third. The Bulls will have a chance to cut it to a 15-point game. I don't think that's a foul. That's pretty ridiculous, to be honest. Giddey makes the first free throw. The Bulls trailed by 24 at the half. The closest no, he was looking at it. I don't know how you call it foul. The Bulls trailed by 24 at the half. They have got it no closer than 15. They got it to 15 earlier in the quarter. And they have it at 15 right now. We said if the Bulls get it to 10 going into the fourth, this is very much a game. It's an important 2.5 minutes for Miami. Up 15. Wiggins, pull up 3. No. Adebayo offensive rebound and is fouled by Nikola Vucevic. Adebayo got bumped in the eye there, I think, and he's feeling it. Herro will check back in for the Heat. I think Haywood Highsmith takes a seat. Herro, Duncan, Highsmith, Davion Mitchell, and Bam. Heat are small right now. Herro, doubled, driving right, swings to the corner for Davion. Turns it over inside. Giddey has it. Bulls out in transition. Coby White, right wing 3. Ooh. Halfway in, but could not fall. Heat dodge a bullet there. That would have cut it to 12. Herro coming off a curl. Has Herter on his back. Floater. That's his office. Easy bucket for Herro. Coby White. He's at the elbow working. Now they're going to try to get it inside, but they can't find Vucevic. White takes a bump. Foul. I think they're going to call Bam on the foul, I think. So Coby White will be going to the free throw line for 2. Coby White misses the free throw. Coby White stinks. I tell you, March hoops is just not real basketball. Point in case, Coby White averaging 29 points in the month of March. I don't know if it was the entire month, but he won 2 back-to-back Players of the Week awards in March. Splits the pair, so the Heat's lead is 16. Davion Mitchell working inside on the baseline. Finds a cutting Herro. Herro loses the ball inside. A late whistle, and Herro will be going to the line. I mean, this was clearly a foul. I'm surprised it took so long for the whistle to be blown. I mean, he gets hacked on the arm, then Vucevic with the body. I mean, I think it's a foul on both, no?
I think Herro shoved him into Vucevic.
Either way, Herro's getting 2 free throws. Makes the first. Herro's a perfect, 5 of 5 at the line now? And we'll have a timeout called by Chicago. I think they had to use it or lose it, right? You could only take 3 timeouts into the fourth. Am I accurate on that? Yeah. Well, they still have 4, so I don't know. Timeout here. At 5 Gs. Can we get to 20,800 subscribers right now? Out of the 1,500 people watching, I know there's 21 people out there not subscribed, now 20. I'm Nic Rohloff. We go live for every Heat game. We'll be live on Friday if the Heat hold on and win, which we expect them to do so. And we'll be live for the NBA playoff series against the Cleveland Cavaliers as well. We also put out videos in between each game that the Heat play and have videos every day in the offseason. Hit that sub button. If we get to 21,000 subscribers today, I'm doing a beer bong. I'll take down a beer for 21,000 subscribers. The goal was to get there before the season ended, so let's do it. Let's do it. You know the Bring the Boom guys on social media? Yeah. One of my friends from high school met them today. I don't know where they were, but he literally posted a video on his IG story of them bringing the boom together. Caleb Williams is in the building. No wonder why the Bears are or the Bulls are losing. They were on him for a long time. All right, Herro's at the line for one more free throw as the Heat lead by 17 right now. Shout out to Jacob for just subscribing. Herro's second free throw good. Heat's lead back up to 18. Herro's the leading scorer in this one. He's been dominating the game from the jump. Minute and a half to go in the third. Herro stakes it away from White. Room service. Slam for Tyler Herro. And the lead is back to 20 for Miami. And now Coby White just out of control driving it. Kicks it out to Herro. Now Coby White inside the Taylor Horton Tucker. Swung around the perimeter. Back to White. 8 on the shot clock. Driving. Takes a bump. Blocked by Adebayo, but they call a foul before the shot or after the shot. Either way, it's 2 free throws for Coby White.
Regardless, I've seen that type of possession before. This game is over. All frantic, trying to force something.
We said it for the Bulls to have a chance. They had to be down by 10 at the half, or 10 at the going into the fourth. They're not going to be within 15. Macmon, I'm going to be honest. You got to stop saying stop jinxing it. It's pissing me off. There's no such thing as a jinx. You say we're jinxing it, yet the Heat still lead by 20 and 18 points. So if we were jinxing it, and you think we were, doesn't it think it would be a 8-point game right now? Instead, it's 18 with a minute to go in the third. Herro gets a screen from 2 players. Now works on Vucevic. Doubled over to Duncan. Swung to Davion. That was a horrible pass by Duncan. Horton Tucker in transition. Stripped. Giddey gets it and then lays it up and in. "35 seconds. Heat probably going to go 2 for 1 here. Here it is. It's a Herro 3. No good. Giddey with the board. He'll lead the break. Giddey gets it over to Vucevic. Now over to Coby White. White guarded by Davion Mitchell. White takes the step back. Nothing there, though, and reverses it over to Herro. Herro doubled. 5 on the clock. To the corner. Taylor Horton-Tucker. 2 on the shot clock. Spinning. 18-foot fadeaway. Oh, my God, it went in. That was the worst shot they took all day, and it went in. 4 on the clock. Davion Mitchell. 2, 1. Loses it, and we're going to go into the fourth quarter with that was a 2. So that it should be a 15-point game. Am I wrong? Was it not 18? But it was a 2. It should be 15 then. That Taylor Horton-Tucker shot was not behind the arc. Were they? I guess they were. All right. 14-point fourth quarter game. Fourth quarter time. Spam those 4s. Spam those 4s. Get in the chat. Get the pause up. You want a shout out? Spam the 4s. If you want to comment but can't, well, we're in sub-only mode, so you got to be subscribed to comment. So if you want a shout out, subscribe and comment. Ty God, Big Dog, Peter Wynn, Yami, Angel, Macmon, Big Dog, Ken, Mr. Hudson, William, Apachito, Jonathan, Zombit, James, Austin, Ty God, 06, Rudy, James, Gabe, Terry, Brill, Pinecomb, Tyman, Dwayne, Terrence, Boy Wonder, Tyler, Dolphins Heat Fan, TR1, Santana, Yami. I got Yami Gilchrist in the building. Randy, Asia Roberson, Matt Rivera, Peter Wynn. Keep on spamming those 4s because I'm going to give away the final spot on the Hall of Fame ball that is owed for free thanks to Batista and Wasim Khan here in 5 seconds. So keep on spamming those 4s. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cece was the first name. I saw Cece. CC. You know what? I'll give away one more spot. 15 more seconds of spam in 4, and then we'll give away one more spot. Why not? Spam those 4s. Got to be subscribed to do so. Spam those 4s to get potentially into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. We'll do it in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I saw Jonathan Bosco. Jonathan Bosco is the first name I saw. Shout out to Jonathan Bosco. Right there. What's up? Oh, we're 2 subscribers away from 20,800. I said if we get to 21,000 today, which is 202 away, which, by the way, I know there's 202 people out of the 1,500 people watching not subscribed, I'll do a beer bong. Like I said, we go live for every Heat game. Be live for the Friday play-in game, assuming the Heat win. Be live on Sunday if the Bulls or the Heat win that game and are playing the Cavs in the playoffs. And we got videos in between, all off-season long. You know, despite the Heat winning by 14, Josh Giddey still got 20 points and 8 boards going into the fourth. All right, here we go. 14-point game. Heat starting the fourth quarter with the ball. Tyler Herro on the left wing gets a screen from Ware, working on Giddey. Over to Kyle Anderson. Now Highsmith. Anderson gets a screen by Ware. Anderson hasn't really played much in this game. And he turns it over. No! Kel'el Ware was able to corral it and then put it up and in. Ware hasn't been very busy in this game, but makes a good play there. Giddey on the right wing. Lines up a 3. And he hits it. I tell you what, Justin. The Bulls' offense has gotten going a little bit. It's all about if the Heat's offense can continue its pace. It's a 13-point game. Anderson gets a screen by Ware. Anderson trying to get it inside to Kel'el. Can't. Now gets it to Herro. Herro driving on Herter. Drops it off to Highsmith. But Highsmith was on the baseline. It's a turnover. Rudy, legendary status. I don't like the statistic they just showed on screen. Giddey driving, dropping it off, but Ware takes it away. Jalen Smith is on the floor for the first time today. Nothing like first time getting PT. I go with Jalen Smith over Zach Collins. Davion Mitchell driving, dropping it off to Anderson. Back out to Mitchell. Wide open left wing three. Knocks it home. Davion Mitchell, oh so smooth. Talen Horton-Tucker, pull-up three. That's not his game. Maybe it is. The stat they showed, by the way, 15 blown leads this year when going into the fourth quarter with the lead for Miami. I think they said most in the NBA. And then for the Bulls, they have had 13 comebacks in the fourth quarter when trailing. That's the most in the NBA. So, Herro inside, turns it over. Heat have not good numbers. Bulls, right wing three. Coby White. I'll tell you what, Coby White might have been directed by the front office because this is the worst game I've ever seen. Coby White is shooting 5 of 17. I mean, this guy has just made head-scratching decisions with the ball in his hands, and he's been horrible. The only thing you could think of is that he's doing it on purpose. Heat's lead still at 13 with 9 and change to go. Herro has some room for a three. He launches it, and he hits it, but I think they're going to call him for an offensive foul. They are. They're going to say he pushed out his legs. He made the three. Buzelis hits the deck. This is a monumental decision for Spoelstra. Does he challenge it or not? I kind of think it is an offensive foul. Herro puts out his legs.
You could make the argument that's natural, but
my thing is, if they review it, is there enough to overturn it? And that's what Eric Spoelstra will do. He will call a timeout and review this. This is a big swing in the game. It's either Heat lead is 16 or it's Bulls ball down 13 and the Heat don't have a challenge remaining. We're going to tell the people about game time so we are good on that retrospect for the rest of this one. Apache says that's his normal motion. I agree, but I think Herro might have put it out a little bit extra with the right leg, which is why I kind of think it might stand. We'll see. But we are sponsored by Game Time, the official ticketing partner of the Heat Report. Whenever I go to a live event, I make sure I get my tickets with Game Time, no matter what type of event it is. And I'll tell you what, folks, they have making getting tickets so easy, even for hard-to-get playoff seats. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down closer to NBA games getting tipped off, even in the postseason. Save up to 60% off with their last-minute deals for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theaters. It does not matter. They have the lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. All-in pricing, toggle that feature so it shows you the total price of your ticket up front with no surprise fees at checkouts. Also get a full panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, folks, it's a 13-point game. This is a big call by the officials as they're looking at the monitor. Who you got, MIA for the Heat or CHI for the Bulls? I think it's going to stand. I do. I'm sorry. I'm unbiased. I am when it comes to the officiating. I think it's going to stand because I don't know if there's enough to overturn that. I thought there was a little bit of an extra kick out with Herro's right leg, which is why I think the officials will not overturn the call. We'll see. I'd be pleasantly surprised if it gets reversed, but I think it's going to stand. If this gets overturned, Justin, and the Bulls score, now what are your thoughts? Because then it's 11 or a 10-point game.
Oh, this is. I don't want to say this call might be the game.
I kind of think it is. If this gets to a 16-point game, I feel very good about where we're going. If it stays Bulls ball, no bucket, I'm going to get feeling a little dicey. They're talking about the replay right now. Herro wanted to be reviewed instantly. It will stand. The foul stands. It will be a 13-point lead for Miami, Bulls ball. And the Heat do not have a challenge the rest of the way and are down to 2 timeouts. Coby White gets it over to Jalen Smith. He hands it off to Giddey. Giddey pick and roll with Smith. Inside floater. Good defense by Kel'el Ware, forcing the miss and grabbing the rebound. Outlets it to Herro, who works on Talen Horton-Tucker. Driving, kicking. It's Mitchell, who's had a couple big threes here in the second half for the Heat. He'll get a pick and roll with Ware. Mitchell on the baseline. Horrible spacing by Miami. And Wiggins is going to have to make something happen with 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Herro. He's left open. Deep three, 28-footer. No. But the offensive rebound tracked down by Kel'el Ware, and the Heat have another opportunity. Herro driving on Giddey. Gets to his right hand, but can't put it home. It goes out about a foul? Yeah, it's a foul. They're going to say Giddey grabbed the left arm of Herro on this shot. Let's watch the replay. Oh, yeah. He hit him on the right arm. I didn't see the right arm. I thought they called it on the left. So Herro's at the line for 2. Herro's playing with 4 fouls. Not that I'm that concerned about foul trouble. He's 11 of 16 from the field. He makes that free throw where he's been perfect all day. Remember, he started 8 of 8 from the field in this one, so he's 3 for his last 8. But he has yet to miss from the free throw line. And that continues. Barely even moves the net. Lead back to 15 for Miami. 8:50 to go. Coby White, who has been absolutely horrific today, drives on Herro. Kicks to Jalen Smith. He pump fakes. Tries to go inside, but great defense by Miami. Forces a kick out. 5 on the shot clock. Coby White's going to have to hoist. White drives to the corner. Davion Mitchell all over him. Blocked! What a defensive possession by Davion Mitchell. Coby White is fucking terrible. I mean, he's horrible, Justin. Davion Mitchell is one of the better point guard defenders in the NBA, but that was embarrassing. He just ate Coby White's lunch.
I'm convinced he didn't know the time on the clock either.
15-point Heat lead. Wiggins kicks it back out to Mitchell. Davion on Giddey. Driving. Inside. Floater. Oh, look at Davion Mitchell just go to work. And it's back to a 17-point Heat lead. Vucevic driving on Ware. Stops. Turns. Traveled with it, but they don't call it, and Vucevic gets the right hook to go. I mean, his left foot was sliding across the entire court there. Vucevic with 14. Davion swinging it to Kyle Anderson. Now Herro. Herro drives inside. Running floater. Too easy for Tyler Herro. And the Heat's lead is right back to 17. Josh Giddey quickly the other way. Almost turns it over. Instead, it's Talen Horton-Tucker. Corner 3. No good. Excellent rotation and closeout there by the rookie Kel'el Ware. I think this one's over now, Justin. That 13-point lead that Miami had where the Bulls could have cut into it even more was the danger point. Herro driving on Buzelis, 2-foot fadeaway, fouled, hit on the arm. Free throws coming for the Heat, where Tyler Herro hasn't missed all day. Are they challenging this? Timeout on the floor. That looked pretty clear live. So I'm a little bit stunned by the challenge. Is that what it is? I think it might just be a full timeout. I don't see like coaches challenging the live play-by-play. So timeout on the floor. Tyler Herro with 35 points. He's 8 of 8 from the line. How do you not like what Tyler Herro is giving you tonight? Hit that sub button. Come on. Sub for Heat Dubs. 1,800 people watching. Videos every day in between. Live streams live for every Heat game. Hit that sub button. Come on. Now, I will say this. We advertise ourselves as a channel that goes live for every Heat game. We do that as much as and best as we can. If the Heat end up making the playoffs, we will unfortunately miss a Heat playoff game. Because Game 3 of Heat Cavs is on Saturday, April 26th, which is the last day of the NFL Draft. And the NFL Draft takes priority over here at Chat Sports. So we would not be able to do Game 3. If they had it at night, we would have been able to do it. But they're doing it at 12 p.m. Central Time, which is quite literally right in the heart of the game. But we have to finish this game out, win Friday, and then we'll have that discussion. Yeah, Dawson, Bam is fan. How about this stat, Justin? Heat are outscoring the Bulls in the paint 52-32.
Tyler Herro's lived there.
Herro's been living there. Honestly, like, Wiggins has been pretty good tonight, too. He's missed his last couple of shots. He was playing good. Now his raw box score doesn't look as good. But Andrew Wiggins does have the highest plus-minus today. Plus 14. Herro has a chance to get up to 37 points. It feels Herro's going to have his career high. And you know the sad part is? These stats don't fucking count. His career high is 41. How crazy is that? Herro's sitting at 35, will likely get 2 more free throws, and he's not going to be able to play or have a count. I think it's the dumbest thing. If you are going to have the play-in actually matter, the statistics have to live somewhere. Just like the championship game of the NBA play-in or the NBA in-season tournament. Those statistics don't matter. How? Why? I mean, that was such an obvious foul. They're not challenging. They didn't challenge that, right? I don't know if they challenged it or not. ESPN said it doesn't. See, look, 35 points by here. It's the most by a Heat player in play-in tournament history, which says a lot because this is the third time Heat's been in a play-in. We're the kings of the play-in. Herro misses the free throw. Of course. That first missed free throw, he was 8 of 8 at the line, now 8 of 9. If he makes this one, 9 of 10, still pretty damn good, folks. Chance to get Miami to the century mark as well on the day. He does. $182. Winner plays Atlanta on Friday night for the right to play the Cavs in the 1-8 Eastern Conference Playoff Series. Coby White on the left wing gets a screen from Vucevic. Pulls it back out to the three-point arc. Now gets the switch on to Kyle Anderson. 4 on the clock. Coby White, step back 3. No. I mean, this guy stinks. Rebound. Out by Chicago, though. Back out to Giddey. His three-pointer. No. Ball tapped out of bounds. It will be off Kevin Herter. Heat ball. Fat lady, I hear her singing. I hear her singing. Does Miami match up well with Cleveland? Absolutely. Absolutely not. We might be able to defend Cleveland a little bit, but we're not going to be able to score on them. Bam, 3. No. Buzelis flies in for the board. We can defend them, but I don't think we can score against them. Buzelis driving. What was he doing? What defense by Andrew Wiggins? Getting the stop. That's Wiggins' second block of the game. I think he's got 2 steals and 2 blocks tonight. Wiggins has been a force defensively. Davion Mitchell driving. What is he doing? Ball finds its way to Herro in the corner. Herro working on Herter. I've seen this movie before. Step back. Oh, he drives. Herro gets inside and lays it up and in. Timeout, Chicago. Fat lady singing, folks. It's a 20-point lead. Braden with an update on his bet. 2 assists from Herro and 9 points from Ware. I told you Kel'el Ware was always going to be the one to let you down. Herro was getting the 25. Davion was getting the 10. I think Herro gets the 2 assists, but it was always Ware letting you down. The Bulls need a timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. Come on. Come on. The Heat are going to be playing on Friday against the Hawks, folks, for the right to play the 8-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. Is Tyler Herro him, Justin, or is the Bulls that bad? Because Herro's played a hell of a game. 38 points, 13 of 18 shooting. This is maybe the most efficient game Herro's ever played. I mean, I know he started the game 8 of 8, but 38 points on 18 shots. Now, he does have more turnovers than assists, but
I'll give credit where credit's due. He showed up today.
He said, I ain't going home in the plan.
However, what's Tyler Herro's problem?
Inconsistency?
Yeah. Well, check in on Friday.
Okay, I didn't know where you were going with that. I think it's inconsistent. I think it's inconsistently internal. But this has been his most consistent season. He still has his moments. Giddey running floater too strong. Rebound saved out of bounds, but it will be staying with the Chicago Bulls. I mean, the Bulls just laid an egg. I mean, I think the first half defense from the Heat was good, legitimately. And the Heat have played good defense at times in this half. But to me, it's more of Chicago just shooting themselves in the foot, not being able to knock down open looks in the second half. Yeah, would you agree or disagree with that? I think defense was the reason why the Bulls, that was a great defensive possession right there. Bam, just locked up Vucevic. But, for the most part of the second half, the Bulls have had chances. They just haven't been able to cash in. Andrew Wiggins isolating on Giddey, driving, spinning, fouled. And Andrew Wiggins will go to the line. This game's over now. Where's MacMon saying that we jinxed it? The Heat were always winning, man. Maybe not in the day, because I did pick the Bulls to win. But after the first, 10 minutes of the game, I think it was pretty obvious who was going to win this game.
If they could actually score the basketball, then maybe. But the Bulls clearly cannot today.
That's correct.
What happened to Ayo?
He's been out for a while. Now, Wiggins does miss the free throw. we might eclipse 50,000 people watching throughout today's stream. I don't know if that's the largest one ever or not. Might be. I don't remember how big our first round series got against the Celtics, but great viewership tonight. Wiggins misses both free throws. Vucevic 3, no. I mean, see, like they take terrible shots and they are missing them. If they are making the shots, which are deep threes, then go ahead. What was our key to victory? Win the 3-point battle. We're 12 of 30. They're 10 of 33. So we've made two on three less. We've made two more on three less attempts. Wiggins, corner 3. Bury him. And Wiggins turned and said something to Patrick Williams on the bench, too. 23-point game. It's over, folks. I'll see you Friday night in Atlanta. Talen Horton-Tucker, offensive foul. And it's coming back to Miami with 4 minutes to go. Yeah, he did. We're also going to smoke Atlanta, by the way. Like, I think we win by 20. I think this is going to be the same exact result on Friday night. We actually own Trae Young in any winner, like, elimination type game. Herro, sidestep 3, no. Look at Trae Young's statistics against the Heat in the playoffs. I think it was 2022. When we made the run to the conference finals but lost in Game 7 at home to the Celtics, we played the Hawks in the 1-8 game, and we actually locked Trae Young up. Locked him up. 105-84, bucket inside by Buzelis. I just am envisioning Davion Mitchell giving Trae Young living hell. Adebayo, right wing 3. No. Or is it Trae Young fades into existence? Coby White misses another 3. And it's just time to dribble out the clock. There's 3 minutes left, but it's dribble out time. I'm also just not sold. Like, am I supposed to be scared of who is on that team outside of Trae Young is doing anything? Exactly. Like, that team stinks. Herro turns it over. That's the one knock. Herro, if you told me Herro had 6 turnovers to 4 assists, and that was the only thing I knew about his stat line, I actually would probably say we lose. Because when he turns it over more than he finds his teammates, it usually doesn't bode well for Miami. But we ended up smoking him. Like, hold on. I want to go back to the Hawks games from the past. Is Dyson Daniels healthy? Is he still healthy? I don't know. I didn't watch. I was on the phone with my parents on a walk. I didn't watch the first game yesterday. I was locked into the Warriors-Grizzlies game. That was a lot of fun. Let's look at the box score from yesterday. Oh, he played. Look, I'm looking at their rotation. Am I supposed to be scared? Take away Trae Young. Of Onyeka Okongwu, Zachary Risache, Muhammad Gay, and Dyson Daniels. Those are the other 4 starters. Like, what are we doing here? I think the Heat are going to smack them. I do. 2 minutes to go. Wiggins, left wing 3. No good. Offensive rebound Adebayo. As the Heat are up 21, just salting away a massive win against the Chicago Bulls. We'll play the Atlanta Hawks on Friday for the right to play the Cavs in the first round of the playoffs. A bucket inside by Andrew Wiggins, and then a turnover by the Bulls. Wow. Brutal. Like, I could be wrong. I was technically wrong about this game. I picked the Bulls to win. I know Dyson Daniels isn't a nobody, but how are the Hawks scoring against us? Seriously. The Bulls are a way better offensive team than the Hawks. And we beat them by 23 and held them to 86 points. I don't know. Like, I don't even think their Hawks aren't good defensively either. Just target Trae Young every single possession. So Tyler Herro actually, surprisingly enough, had 38 points with like 5-6 minutes to go. He didn't score the rest of the game. We own. If you want, get the stats ready for this game. Do you remember how to do that? Because we'll use that in the post game. No, it's a different graphic or graphic sheet. Go on Google Drive and look up Heat copy and paste. I think is what will come up. 109.88 minutes to go. Heat are advancing to the second round of the play-in. Turnover inside by Miami. I thought two-way players weren't allowed to play in the playoffs. Or is because this is not a playoff game, they're allowed. Because Kashad Johnson's in, and it's a two-way contract. Bucket inside, putting lipstick on a pig here. Is there no pictures from this game posted online? I see one from Andrew Wiggins. I want a Tyler Herro photo. Tyler went crazy, bro. Tyler went crazy. I don't know what's going on. Here's a photo. This one will work for the thumbnail. Of the short, I'll do. Oh, that's right. Kashad Johnson is on a standard contract. The two-way players are Stevens, Christopher, and wait, no, I think Kashad got reverted back. Oh no, Drew Smith is on a two-way. I forgot they did that shit. Drew Smith's on a two-way. Ball game. Heat win. 109-90. They'll be playing Friday night against the Atlanta Hawks for the right to be the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Spam those W's. I think we beat the Hawks by 20. I'll see you Sunday, Justin. We should honestly take off tomorrow. It's such a lock they beat them. Actually, the biggest lock of all time. Yeah. I'm not even kidding. I think I might bring this up to Brett tomorrow, message him, because if the Heat just keep on winning, we could just take a half day on Friday. Just do the watch party at night. And then, assuming that they win and play on Sunday, we'll just do a half day Sunday. So come in just for the watch party, and then after that, we're done. Yeah. It was always Heat versus Cavs. It was always Heat Cavs. Yeah, so remember, if you go to NBA.com, oh, you have that? Oh, then you just have to grab. Oh, you just put it in the Excel sheet. So you have to manually move it over. You mean the stats? I'm confused. Yes, you go to see the CP away and home. Yeah, yeah. And remember, start it. Click into that yellow dot, or just click into the yellow one. Yeah, just click on that and then just Command V paste. There you go. And that's what it will do. And we'll always say that. Shout out to the people watching today. Got 50,000 people. We're going to have a post-game show in here in just a second where we look over some stats, look quickly to the game against the Hawks, talk about everything in between. So stay with us here. We'll do that live. Shout out to all y'all, man. We'll also stay live and answer some questions. Any super chats come in. I know we had a big super chat day. Shout out to Wasim Khan. Shout out to Jesus Batista, the GOAT. The GOAT. But Heat win this one, 109-90. They didn't even play a good second half. Dude, the Heat scored 38 points in the second half. The Bulls just scored 43. Rome says, how far do I think we'll go this year? Losing to the Cavs in 5 games. That's my prediction. I think we're going to win on Friday. Fuck up the draft pick just to get smoked in a gentleman's sweep against the Cavs. We won't score on Cleveland. Did you... No, yeah, I don't know where you are. Wherever you are in right now, that's not where you grab the graphics from. You go, you don't grab it from there. You go to graphics. The graphics should be in there now. So just start from here down for the Heat. Yeah, we won't really have to look over any Bulls stats. We'll just look at the Heat stats. It's gonna. Cavs are gonna roll us, man. We'll see though. Listen, I've been wrong before. Maybe I'm wrong again. I just don't think so. It's fool's gold, man. All right, let's just make these stats are right. 29 and 2. Roll through them at 15, 12. Yep. Yeah, okay. If those are all right, I'm going to have to assume that the rest are all right. All right. We're going to do a live post-game show here. We got still 1,000 people watching. For the post-game show, we'll not go many graphics here. We'll just do it live. We'll just start off full screen L3. Heat beat Bulls. And then we can just rotate through some of the stats. And if you want to press record on there just so you know how long the cut is, that's fine. But around 5 to 6 minutes, game time. And then after, yeah, that's fine. Like either way, just to keep track, but just make sure 5 minutes in, go game time as the sponsor. And then we'll get back to talking about. So what we'll do is intro, talk about the game time, and then after the game time read, I'll quickly look ahead to the Hawks game. That's what we'll do. And you can just rotate through L3s. Actually, let me just make a quick way in here. Where are we? Studio H? I'm just going to make it in. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, Studio H WAN. Studio H WAN. I'll make it at the bottom. Fired up. Excited about hold on here, folks. Excited about the win. Jeez, I can't type. Spam W. We have subscriber weigh-ins already in there. Who you got? wins? Type, am I for the Heat? Type, ATL for the Hawks. All right, I don't know what is in there. It looks like there's Dolphin graphics. I guess I could delete them all, but the weigh-ins for the show are all at the bottom of the screen. Bottom of the weigh-in graphic. So if you scroll down, there'll be 3 weigh-ins there. All right, so 834 people watching. We're doing a post-game reaction here. You could go on the hyped about the win. You can honestly do that pretty early, like in the first minute. I'll kind of intro the show. We'll just go right to it. How about that? We'll do the subway in about 3 minutes, and then yeah, that's cool. Yeah, any of the watch parties. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. All right, let's do it. The Miami Heat, as they always do in the NBA play-in, smoke the Chicago Bulls in a blowout win, 109-90. We are going to be playing the Atlanta Hawks on Friday night for the right to be the 8th seed against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. We'll talk a little bit about that game on the back half of this show and then do a full preview tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But are you excited about the win? Listen, I know a lot of people, including myself, have talked about the draft a lot, but this was a very good performance from Tyler Herro and company. We'll look through what they've done, talk about each of their performances. But if you're fired up about the win, spam those W's down in the comment section. All right, we're going to start with we'll go with Andrew Wiggins here first, who actually played a very solid game for Miami. And the raw shooting splits are not going to be something that is that good. Like, you look at his 40% field goal percentage, but he played very, very well because the defense is what made Andrew Wiggins' performance so good. He gave you 20, but he also had 2 steals, 2 blocks, and he was the primary defender on Coby White, who shot 5 of 20 from the field. If you told me Coby White was playing for the Miami Heat tonight the way he was trying to give the Heat this win, I would have believed you. That's how bad Coby White was. That's how bad Andrew Wiggins gave him. That two-way defense on the perimeter and offensive capability, knocking down 4 threes, is why the Heat wanted Wiggins back from Golden State in that Jimmy Butler trade. It was nice seeing that pay off for them in this play-in game. We'll see if he does it in the next play-in game in a potential playoff series. But it's hard to go any farther in this post-game show and reaction without talking about this man, Tyler Herro. There is so much dialogue around number 14. Is he worth the Supermax extension that he's eligible for this offseason? Should he be traded? Should he be a pillar of this organization going forward? Well, if every game was the NBA play-in against the Chicago Bulls, it's hard to say that he shouldn't be. I mean, an unbelievable performance from Tyler. 38 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. Now, the one thing that you could knock Herro on, and I'll say the one knock before we move on, he did have 6 turnovers. Don't love seeing 6 turnovers to 4 assists, but when you score 38 points on 13 and 19 shooting, which is 68.4% from the field, I'm not going to concern myself with the TOs in a 19-point win. He started the game 8 of 8 from the field. He was at the half perfect from the field. He had 23 at the break. Coby White couldn't guard him. Josh Giddey couldn't guard him. Kevin Herter couldn't guard him. It is going to be completely interesting to see how the Hawks handle Tyler Herro because they have a decoy type of player on Dyson Daniels, so it will not be as easy on Friday night as it was tonight for Tyler Herro. But he wasn't as hot in the second half, going 5 of 11. He was 3 of 3 from 3 at the half, 0 of 4 in the second half. But either way, Tyler Herro with an unbelievable performance, leading the way as he would be expected to do as the lone all-star from this season for the Miami Heat. You want to talk about a player that I just can't get enough of. I mean, Davion Mitchell. This guy who is going to be a restricted free agent, if he is not a member of the Miami Heat next year, I am quite literally going to crash out. I am. I seriously am, because you have to do everything in your power to retain him. Comes off the bench as a point of attack demon defensively. And his knock throughout his career has been he's just such a limited offensive player. But guess what, folks? Since joining Miami, he is not limited offensively. He's been averaging 10 points a game, shooting 50% from the field, 45% from three, and he dominated Chicago once again. Perfect from the field, 15 points off the bench, 8 assists. Should Davion Mitchell being the starting point guard of the future for Miami? No, I would think bigger for a guy next to Tyler Herro, literally and figuratively. But re-signing Davion Mitchell to be your backup point guard next year is an absolute must, and I can't wait to watch him work defensively against Trae Young on Friday night in the Atlanta Hawks 8-9 play-in game. But Davion Mitchell, just unbelievable performance, runs the pick and roll well, sees the floor, runs in transition like a blur. It's awesome to watch Davion continue to work in this Heat system. All right, make sure you are subscribed, because we will bring you content around this Heat team every single day. We'll have a video out tomorrow previewing the Heat and Hawks play-in game on Friday night. We'll be live for the game as well. And then if the Heat win, which I'll predict it tomorrow officially, but I do think they do win, we'll be live for the series, Cleveland-Miami. We'll have you covered with everything that you need to know. We also are sponsored by Game Time, the official ticketing partner of the Heat Report by Chat Sports. And if the Heat do win on Friday against the Hawks and make it to the playoffs, well, you'll see 2 games in Miami at bare minimum. So go see them. Game Time has killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price guarantee. It takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. They have last-minute deals. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theaters, everything in between. All-in pricing. Toggling this feature shows you the total price of your ticket up front with no surprise fees at checkouts. They have the lowest price guaranteed as well, or Game Time will credit you 110% of your difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, so the Heat ultimately closed this one out with an easy 109-90 win. Now, they didn't even play good in the second half. I'm looking down at the box score here. The Heat scored 38 second-half points. That won't cut it, but their defense was good, only allowing 43 points in the second half. And when you scored 71 points in the first half, how are you going to complain about that? Quickly give a shout-out to Bam. I thought he played well against Josh Giddey defensively. Also poured in 15 points and 12 boards. But the story of this one was Wiggins, Bam, Herro, and Davion Mitchell. Those 4 led you offensively. They led you at every aspect of the game. And I'm happy to see them play well together. And hopefully they're going to be able to continue to play well in the next game and for the Heat just in general. All right, but let's take a little bit of a look ahead here to this Heat-Hawks series. Or not series, but game. Season series 2-2. The Hawks won both games at home. That was also in the first 2 matchups. The Heat are winners of the last 2 games against the Hawks. Both of those came in Miami. Obviously, if you want to win this game, you cannot let Trae Young go ice Trae at home and dominate you, which is why I think the defensive assignments are going to be so fascinating. Obviously, when Davion Mitchell is in the game, he is going to be guarding Trae Young. But this Heat starting lineup that has found success a little bit over the past month of Herro, Burks, Wiggins, Bam, Ware, I'm going to be intrigued to see who starts on Trae Young. Is it going to be Andrew Wiggins? And are they going to go small with Herro on a Risache, Herro on a Muhammad Gay? It's going to be fascinating to see how the Heat ultimately match up with the Atlanta Hawks. But I do think Miami has the stronger team here. I do. I think they have the front court advantage. I'll take the front court of Bam and Ware over the front court of Onyeka Okongwu, Muhammad Gay, and Zachary Risache. I'll take the guard combination of Herro, Mitchell, Burks over Trae Young and Dyson Daniels. I will. So to me, I think Miami should win this game. I truly do. I would actually be shocked if they don't win. The Heat are just kings of the play-in at this point. No matter what they do in the regular season, if they end up in the play-in, they're going to find a way to be the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. If they win on Friday against the Hawks, it would be the third straight year of the 8 seed. Obviously made the finals in 2023, got packed up in 5 by the Celtics last year, and then TBD on if they play the Cleveland Cavaliers. But I expect the Heat to be favorites in this game. And like I said, tomorrow we will look more in depth at the matchup. I'll get to look at the analytics a little bit more, find what the Heat need to do to win, how they can avoid a loss, see what Vegas has the odds are, and we'll go through a full preview with an injury report because Nikola Jovic was questionable for this game, didn't play, but I would be intrigued to see if Jovic is available, and if he is available, would he actually get PT? That's an intriguing question as well. But early predictions, let me know who you got, who wins in this one. MIA for the Heat, ATL for the Hawks. Get down in the comment section and let me know. All right, final words on tonight. Heat win 109-90, obviously playing the Hawks. I know a lot of people, if you are still watching, may have a question mark on the draft situation because it seems like you guys are very much not sure how the draft situation works. Well, that's why I'm here, folks. Remember, the Heat's pick is top 14 protected this year. If the Heat win against the Hawks on Friday night and are in the NBA playoffs, they jump out of the lottery because they made the playoffs and have the 15th pick. Well, because it is not top 14 protected anymore and it's out of the top 14, that pick would go to the Oklahoma City Thunder, leaving Miami just one pick in this draft, being 18, 19, or 20 against the Cleveland, or with thanks to the Golden State Warriors. Now, some might say, what if we lose on Friday against the Hawks? If we lose against the Hawks on Friday, we do not qualify for the playoffs, which means we stay in the lottery. And because of how the lottery works, you return to where you were. These play-in games don't matter. So the Heat, who have the 11th best odds in the lottery coming into tonight, even though they beat the Bulls tonight, they would return ahead of Chicago to the 11th best odds in the lottery if they lose on Friday night to the Atlanta Hawks. Hopefully you understood that because I know a lot of people ask. Heat lose on Friday, they have the 11th pick in the NBA lottery. If they win, they're in the playoffs, and they only have one pick in the draft, and that's via Golden State at 18, 19, or 20. That's how it's going to simplify it. All right, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we'll have a full video out tomorrow, a preview of Hawks versus Heat, and then we will also be live on Friday evening for the game against the Atlanta Hawks as well. So make sure you join us for that. It's going to be a ton of fun. All right, still 550 people watching. Appreciate everybody still tuning in here. We did get a super chat. So we'll get that on screen. We'll stay live if more super chats come in, if you have questions and thoughts about this game. If not, we'll head out. Enjoy the rest of our Wednesday night. See you with a video later tonight, tomorrow, and be live on Friday. Super chat from James. If Nuggets lose round 1, give the Nuggets a call and see the asking price on Jamal Murray, Davion Mitchell's backup point guard, and then get a decent backup. But we already have, if in this hypothetical, you would be trading for Jamal Murray, and then Davion Mitchell would be our backup. So then why would we have to go out and get a decent backup? I don't know. But either way, backup big. Okay. Yeah, I would take, in that situation, a backup big would be probably the next big thing for the Heat. By the way, though, I'm also, unless it's for dirt cheap, I'm not trading for Jamal Murray. He kind of cooked. Justin is a big advocate of him being cooked. If you'd want to share your thoughts on Jamal Murray, Justin, I'd love to hear them because I already know what they are, but I want the people to know.
You don't want any business with Jamal Murray in 2025 and beyond. I'm going to be honest. There's a reason why Mike Malone, well, that's a whole other dispute. But if they played better, Mike Malone would still be employed with the Nuggets. And there's a reason why the Nuggets are, I think, going to get smoked by the Clippers. And it starts with number 27 on the Nuggets. I can make the argument right now that Russell Westbrook has been the second best player for the Nuggets this year. That's how bad Jamal Murray has been.
And with Jamal Murray's talk, Justin, I think it's safe to say Tyler Herro has been better this year, and I would rather have Tyler Herro moving beyond than Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray is a two good postseasons away from being he's a nice player. I don't think he's a good player, especially at this point in his career.
Certainly interesting, I'll tell you what. Certainly interesting. All right, we still got 400-inch people watching. We'll stay live here if people want to super chat for the next minute. We'll stay live. Question, comment, concern about this game. If not, we're going to sign off. Legendary play-in stream. We'll see you Friday night for Heat Hawks. We'll give it a minute. AKA Miami says we need to beat Trae Young and tell him to come to Miami. I've been an advocate for a little bit of a Trae Young trade. I have. I think I got caught up in regular season. Every time you watch Trae Young in a play-in game, a playoff series, like, he hasn't been good.
Even when they made the Eastern Conference Finals?
I know he had a good run. That was also 5 years ago at this point. How long are we going to just hang on to that Eastern Conference Finals run? I know it wasn't a good Hawks team, but making it to the Eastern Conference Finals is supposed to make me think he's some good playoff performer when he's put up stinkers since then. Sure, he got the Hawks a game against the Celtics a couple years ago with DeJounte Murray, but he was terrible against Miami in the first round. He got his buckets yesterday against the Magic, but it wasn't good buckets. It wasn't efficient. It wasn't winning basketball. So,
I don't know. Something tells me the ecosystem would benefit him if he was in a different place.
I do think he would be much better in Miami than Atlanta because him and Bam would be fun. If he had Herro to work alongside, the defense would certainly be a question in the backcourt, but the offensive firepower would be awesome. I would. I know Super Chats came in. Appreciate the 54,000 people that tuned in to tonight's live show. Like I said, we're going to put out a video later tonight. We'll be live again on Friday night for Heat Hawks play-in for the right to be the 8th seed against the Cavs. And we'll also put out a video tomorrow that is a Heat Hawks preview. So be on the lookout for that. What a night. What a stream. Thank you to all. Peace out. Go Heat.